Welcome to the Brewtiful Game. As always, I am Blake here with Ferris.
Hola.
And Ron.
What's happening?
What's happening is Cronky got a trophy, y'all.
Yay.
How's St. Louis feeling right about now?
It was really hard. I pretty much cut the end of the Super Bowl off immediately after. I did not want to see him touch that trophy.
So did NBC for the most part, because they were like, Olympic coverage, we're gone.
Let's get rid of
They're
let's
like,
get rid
let's
of
interview
Stan
this
Kroenke.
person. Like, there's like 3 interviews. Usually there's like, 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
They interviewed, I think, like, how does Kroenke hold it first? Like, be the first one to hold it?
Well, that's an American tradition that
Yep.
if you went onto Twitter, there were a lot of people talking about how there were a lot of Americans going, with more Brits tuning in, it's funny to watch how they react, because it truly is the grossest thing in sports that in America,
Don't disagree.
for the NFL, the owner touches that trophy before anybody else does.
I don't remember the Bucks last year.
Nope.
One
Same
of the
thing.
Malcolm Glazers with a ponytail hole holding it. I don't remember that.
We'll have to go look.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure.
Maybe the GM did, but okay, the GM built the team, so I can understand that. But I don't remember the
And
Glazer holding it.
That's a thing, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing in American sports,
You got that right. But that's American football, and that's not what we're here to talk about.
thankfully.
We're here to talk about footy football and American soccer. So
Hopefully, games go
yeah.
forward tomorrow with the high winds that they're experiencing.
This is true.
Yep.
So just as a heads up, as we still attempt our new format, give you a little heads up of what we are going to talk about on this episode. First up, we're going to talk possible title race in the Premier League between Man City and Liverpool.
It's
Maybe. We're also going to know or talk about in the Premier League, does anybody want to catch the hot potato that is fourth place
Certainly
in the Premier League?
like it.
There's a fourth place?
Yep. We're also going to talk about how Chelsea are the champions of all the clubs in the world now, too. Jeez.
Yes, Chelsea.
Give them another trophy.
Don't be jealous.
Hey, no comment. Not yet. We'll get there. We took, and we'll take a look around Europe in sort of an abridged version of our La Liga's roundup, because then we're going to go to Ron for beer news, but then also it's a mini MLS preview because
The MLS starts.
MLS
Next
starts. I know. Starts next week. We're going
So early.
We're flying off to Chicago soon
Yeah.
to see Orlando City play in Chicago.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be cold.
I can't wait.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah, it's rough.
We'll be fine.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
Yeah, we already got
I just
tickets, and man, they are much more reasonably priced than like what we pay down here for them. Crazy, but anyways,
I'm just stoked. I need a Chicago hot dog and
good call.
and some local beer.
Although I have a Portillo's by me down here, and they're pretty good.
Yeah,
But
that's
I know
why
it started from up there.
Yeah, I want to try it there.
Yeah. Some good blues clubs.
Yep.
Some good breweries.
I've never been to a blues club. Do
Buddy,
I like
just
Ron
wait.
Burgundy
Oh,
the
I
hell out of it?
I said
Stu?
Buddy, but Buddy Guys is a good one to go to.
Yeah.
I've been there before, and it's
Trombone Shorty.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't wear like sandals and shorts, right?
You could, but you will get frostbite.
That's true. I don't
It's a
wanna-
little
This is
cold.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Whoever the old man is that's barely moving in a suit, leaning up in a corner,
Follow
just
him.
wait. At some point, he's going to stand up and pick up some instrument and blow everybody
Yeah.
away.
Love it.
Guitar, piano, harmonica.
Whatever.
Just going to kill it.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
Can't wait.
Super excited.
But speaking of traveling for soccer, the beer pick this week are from Mr. Keller from a recent trip that the two of y'all made.
Yeah. So we went to the frozen tundra that was
Frozen Tundra.
Ontario, Canada for the U.S. men's national team. Exciting match.
It's cool you guys showed up. I wish the men's team had, but it's cool you guys showed up.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. So they played Canada, the Canadian men's national team for a World Cup qualifier.
What do we call it playing, Ron?
It was a nice kickabout.
It was a kick-
frosty weather.
Yeah. In the most Canadian of fields you could ever.
Yes.
Tim Hortons field.
Double.
It doesn't get more Canadian than that. But yeah, we were up there for a couple days. Ferris got to experience his first bit of actual snow.
Yep.
Not just like, snowflakes hitting him, but standing snow.
For real. standing
like
snow.
feet of snow.
And you were wearing official like Canadian flannel.
Damn right I was.
Yeah, you were perfect.
And he learned how to snow blow for the first time.
Coolest things ever. Like cool for doing it for like a half an hour at one time over the course of 3 days.
That's
probably
the thing.
not cool when you're doing it multiple days on end. And
First time you're like, this rules.
like breaks down in the middle and you got to fix it out. Yeah, probably not cool.
I was
But I had fun
Hamilton, Ontario for a brief time, and I thought, oh my God, look at all this snow. And in a month, I was really done with it because I was tired of unburying my car.
Yeah.
Or taking 10 minutes to get dressed. And then you're exhausted by the time you get dressed to put your boots on.
We would say, hey, we're going to leave in, at this hour, we're going to go here to this brewery. And so like about a half hour before we're going to leave, everybody kind of disappears. And there's Ferris just chilling on the couch, playing on his phone or staring at the snow. And I'm like, hey, dude, we're going to leave. Yeah, I know.
And he's like, in a half hour. What are they freaking out for?
So, like, we're all ready to leave, all bundled up, and it's 10 minutes of, and Ferris is like, oh, I guess I should. And he comes in, he's like, I can't go this fast. I'm tired putting on all this clothes.
I'm used to leaving with the minimal amount of clothes as possible. And that sounds weird, except for like I'm used to wearing little to no clothes. Like literally
shorts, t-shirt,
your underwear, shorts, t-shirt. There's no socks involved with that. There's not even closed-toed shoes. And you're wearing a t-shirt. That's it. You can take off the t-shirt. It's your bare skin. You're not having base layer and then thermals and then your actual pants and then you blah, 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 blah. And then I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Then I'm wearing a hoodie. Then I'm wearing something that keeps all of that warm to then keep the outside layer of the coat that's warm. And in case it gets wet, you're not going to get wet on the inside, but you can be warm and you're going to wear it. Damn it.
It was pretty entertaining.
That was like a Chevy Chase monologue. That was great.
Yeah. It was pretty great watching Ferris in the snow for the first time. And we also got to he got to do some ice skating stunts.
I love the videos. Yep. We were all like, my wife included, you guys too. It was like you were sitting toddler videos. Look at him in the snow for the first time.
Totally was. Yep. It totally was.
The last time I was ice skating, I was about 7 years old in the Clearwater Mall, hanging on to the to the rails the entire way around,
wearing shorts with skates on.
Probably, yeah, probably, yeah.
Probably. So it was a pretty good time. Top 3 things you learned about snow, Ferris. What are they?
It is actually cold, like it's ice, I guess. Like, I don't know what water. Anyways,
that's cold. So funny because when I took Afton up to the mountains last week, she saw a little bit of snow. She goes, "Wow, this is cold."
Yeah, you don't expect it to be that cold on TV. Like, it's cold, but when you touch it, you're not like.
It's just funny you say that because her reaction was so weird because she was like surprised by it, and that's funny.
Tells you
that's
a lot
what you
about
said.
My mindset of cool ways to a 4-year-old. 4-year-old, yeah. But it's beautiful. I think we got fortunate with some good days and having although very, very cold, sunny days and seeing it lay in calm snow and like it's beautiful.
And you drank beer in it like a good commercial.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We FaceTimed you with the Wayne Gretzky beer.
Yeah.
We were standing on the Nottawasaga River because it had frozen over. That's where we were all staying. And there was just snow everywhere over the river, and we were all just hanging out on the river drinking Wayne Gretzky beer.
Yeah, beer tastes pretty cold, and it's a very Canadian beer to drink and a very Canadian thing. And
no Moosehead Lager, eh?
No Moosehead Lager.
We kept them to the good stuff for the most part.
Learn about snow. It's crazy how beautiful it is, how nasty it gets. How nasty, and then you had the salt, and then you had cars driving, and it just step out, and you don't expect to step in snow. You step in mud. So that's 3 things.
I miss snow, but when I say I miss it, I miss if it appeared tomorrow and it was 30 degrees in Florida and it was awesome, and then you went to sleep and you woke up and it was just magically all gone with no slush.
75 and
that'd be perfect.
Beautiful, and you'd be like, wow,
perfect.
Yep, absolutely.
What a great day that was.
Yeah.
We had to take him out. The coldest night that we experienced there was -7. I want to say it's -7 Fahrenheit.
We went out -3 Fahrenheit. But yeah, it eventually got down to -7.
But we took him out for a walk in -3 Fahrenheit. He'd never been. And so he's like, I feel like I need to go have a walk in that. So
it's where you breathe and it hurts.
I had a beer in -3 degrees.
I like that you look like Snake Eyes with a Russian fur hat on.
Damn right. It was the coolest thing. I felt like
that
such a
fur
badass.
hat
I was
cracking me up.
It's legit, man. It is. It is legit. I never understood those hats and why like people wear them. I thought, it's a fashion thing
with the flaps.
Hell no. That thing's awesome. Awesome.
Keeps you warm. Lift the ears, keeps you cool.
Got a little. You can like just bicycle helmet it with a strap underneath. It is brilliant. And then you throw a mask on that makes you feel like you're just a ninja.
You do like Snake Eyes.
Yeah, isn't it cool? And that thing is one of the top 5 best things I've ever bought in my life. That thing is incredibly awesomely warm.
Which thing? The face mask or the coat?
Brovkas.
The what?
The balaclavas.
Oh, gotcha.
Brovka.
Whatever the hell it's called.
Brovka. What was that?
What's a Brovka?
Those things are, man, that one, like the best $18.99 I ever spent on Amazon. That thing is amazing. Not to mention when you're not in the cold, you just put it on and just rob a bank or a nice armored car. Like
we don't condone that action.
We don't condone that action.
Especially if you're not wearing the mask.
But if you're wearing
the
mask, $19.99 on Amazon. We are not affiliated.
Oh man, sir, how did you learn about this? Why would you rob this bank? Well, the Brewtiful Game told me.
Some jackhole.
$19.99 Amazon. Check it.
Best thing I ever bought. Thanks, Ferris. So while we were up there, we were still under the Canadian rules for COVID. So unfortunately, we weren't able to really get to many breweries. So we could pick up beers to go or go to the Canadian beer store. Do you remember what that's called?
LCBO?
Yep. Lickbo. That's what they call it.
Love
Lickbo. LCBO. The Liquor Control Board of Ontario. Anyway, so we did pick up a couple of beers. And because Blake, you weren't able to come with us, we brought 3 different Forefathers beers.
Sweet, because we've had Forefathers Brewery before on here.
Yep.
And it's always been good.
So we'll just split, we'll crack a beer, split it, and do that 3 times. They're tall boys.
Yeah, sweet.
16 ounces.
All because they're all high alcohol content. So.
Excellent.
An amber ale.
Because we're recording this late, so I'll take a nice good nap in the middle of this pod. That's perfect.
It's going to be perfect. So the first one, I am not a Spanish speaker, but I think it's Puesta del Sol.
That's pretty
Puesta
good.
del Sol.
Which is, I think, translates to sunset, but I'm not 100% sure.
Funny, because we just launched a new kit today for Orlando City.
Man, that thing's interesting, eh?
Yeah. It looks like the sun is setting on our season before it even starts.
But
You're welcome.
Oh, no.
It just gave Atlanta United fans and NYCFC fans
like
all the ammo
old,
they need.
It's like the old Tottenham side stripe that was like the seatbelt for your season crashes.
At least it's a classic look one. This looks like, hey, kids, put your hand on a sheet of paper with paint on it. Okay, cool. That looks great. Let's put that on a kit.
I'm just jealous because the Red Bulls one is the bomb. Sorry to derail. Anyway, moving on.
There's some really nice kits like that. Anyways.
So this is an amber ale, which was aged in tequila barrels.
Oh, well, this is officially unlike anything we've had on the pod then. That's cool.
That is interesting.
Water, malted barley, wheat, hops, vanilla, and yeast for a 7% beer.
For an amber ale, right?
I like that you said alcohol's content's high. You started at 7, so I'll see how this ramps up.
7% for an amber ale.
That's what I mean.
That's a little up there.
So like an imperial amber ale, but it's not imperial.
This one should be a good time. The can art is a whole bunch of,
I guess we should pass you our glasses.
Op art canvases or cactuses. I mean,
cacti.
Cacti is
that
what
too.
Cactuses.
So
Goes to Canada, forgets how to speak English.
Sorry,
God, everybody's so nice.
It is true.
So one of their chants at the Canadian game was something about our healthcare. That's where what? Where does soccer get what? Huh?
Yeah, there was quite a few other choice.
USA. US.
So what's
Ron
crazy?
and I are in the supporter section of the Canadian that are yelling this. Now, mind you, Ron looks like just an average person there, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like nondescript on what he's wearing. Just like
Meanwhile, you're the 7 foot tall
I'm
giraffe.
the giraffe with a American outlaw scarf and
a USA
hat
hat
with 4 stars on the top of it that says USA on it. And I'm like,
So some guy was next to you singing F the USA.
Oh, they were
looks
so
at you,
nice.
Then looks at you and goes, "Hey, sorry, it's just a fun
fun
song."
thing, right? So then
It was so funny.
So before we moved down there, I have to tell this story. This story is great. So before we moved down there, I couldn't put my beer in the cup holder because it had a block of ice in it. But we were yelling things,
It's true.
and these 2 guys in front, one of them like turned around.
Oh, this is brilliant.
But it wasn't like he didn't turn around to like be like, "Hey, shut the hell up," or "Get the hell out of here," or whatever. It was to strike up a lovely conversation with us, like, "Where are we from? How you enjoying the match? Thanks for blah blah blah, whatever." Think of like I don't know, like a mid-30s dad type vibe, right?
Right.
Just as Caucasian as can be, whatever. Sounding like you're like he takes his kids to the local rink to play, hockey. Turns around, full gold grill in his mouth,
Tops and bottoms.
tops and bottoms. But the most lovely gentleman,
He looked like Jaws from James Bond.
100%.
That is awesome.
But what a lovely gent asked when the beer lady came. They were getting beers. Asked if we wanted beers. We just struck up a nice conversation. But you're hearing his voice, and then when he turns around, you're like, "Whoa."
I was not
It just
expecting
didn't
that
fit.
grill.
Just didn't fit. It's
No,
one of those
it was
things
great.
where you're like, oh,
If I woke up
Like
to the
it-
headstone in my in the morning, I wouldn't be more surprised than I was in that moment.
Yes. I feel like we went an episode without a National Lampoon's reference. So that's good.
And going to sit or going to stand in the supporter section was pretty awesome. And, at first I was like, a little uneasy about the song, the USA, right? And I'm like, you guys are a bunch of ass. But the problem is that the tune is catchy.
It's catchy, and nobody's like, put it this way. If you were to sit in the supporter section, if you were Argentinian and sitting in the supporter section of Brazil, you probably aren't getting out of that section with any more than a couple of abrasions, possible bone that's broke, maybe not remembering that you went to the game. Oh, lovely people around us.
They're like, I'm going to sing this song about your country, but I'm going to buy you a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Was
feel
never,
okay.
No.
obviously never afraid for our safety or anything.
no.
But it was definitely a little like, well, this I'm not in China anymore, Toto.
I think if
But
I
a
had
brilliant match for those Canadian fans who, as you're hearing a lot, how we always strive to beat the Mexican squads that are so good, and that's our main rival. Canada strives to beat us because where Mexico's whipped us so many times, and we start to win a few. We've done that to them, and it was like, if you're a Canadian supporter fan, it was like the perfect day out.
Yeah.
2-0 win, just capped off with the goal at the end to get everybody hyped.
And the only weird thing
too chilly for us.
is that they completely stole the thunderclap from Iceland.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
wait, hold on though. That's
with
not the world did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I don't see any other national teams doing it in front of their fans recently. Just Canada.
But it fit, I guess.
I mean, they're close to the Arctic Circle.
Yeah,
They're
fair
fine.
enough. Fair enough.
I like this.
It's cool. The crowd goes ape for it.
Yep.
So
I love this is a Canadian beer that is made with tequila, by the way.
Oh
Speaking
my
of
God. That does
things
not smell like at all like an amber ale.
nope. And it's a bit on the dark side for an amber ale.
I was going to
from a
say,
color
that's a
it
barrel.
standpoint.
smells. I don't smell tequila, but it smells very different. Like this is a very different. It is a dark red.
It smells clean
It-
liquor-ish, but not.
It
potent.
is the lighter side of a Guinness. Like if you hold a strong light to Guinness, it's got a red tint.
It looks like a Newcastle brown ale.
But
but
to me,
not-
it looks like a Newcastle Brown that has Guinness in it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's darker
Yeah.
even than like
It's way darker than you expect, and
Yeah.
it's also not. It doesn't look filtered at all.
No.
So
No, you're right. Very cloudy. Cilantro.
cheers.
Cilantro.
Sorry, eh?
I don't even know how to describe that. That's super smooth.
It's smooth, comes on like an amber ale with a bit of like almost caramel notes.
I don't fully taste
I
the
taste
tequila.
that second sip at the very end. I taste
I
the tequila.
smell it. I can smell a hint of it on there.
I taste that tequila at the very end. That is fantastic.
You know,
That is
it's
wow.
a very interesting beer, and not in a negative interesting way.
This is the
Like,
one
this
that when we go up there in May, I hope they're open, because this is probably the number one that I want to stop and actually have a beer in, because
Such a great little place.
their beers are fantastic. They have merch. They have a flannel shirt with Forefathers on it.
Well, if that's open,
That's coming home.
I'm getting that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Yep.
It's quite good. I really like
God.
that brewery.
I'm gonna pick this back up.
Mm.
Dang, this one's gonna go down
Right?
fast.
Like that first sip, you're like, what?
It's like
Second sip, you're like, oh. Third sip, you're like, hell yeah.
it's like
Give me more,
amber
man. Yeah.
ale, then it transitions like midway in your palate to like caramel and vanilla,
Yeah.
and then finishes off with like the slightest
like a
tequila.
Like you just did a small
and,
shot.
and you're
of
right.
tequila.
Now I get the tequila on the very back of my tongue, almost like
very end of it. Yeah.
Good one. I'm look forward to the next one from these
Yeah.
dudes.
So good.
Since you brought 3,
Yep. Oh, so good.
okay. From the beer to the soccer news. Alrighty, where are we kicking off today? Oh, where we always kick off, our Premier League. All right, we'll probably plow through Premier League a little quick, because we got to talk about MLS that's coming along, because really this is the stuff. There's only a couple things to really talk about here. First off, with Liverpool currently 9 points off the league leaders Man City, and with a game in hand, can they really catch up to City to make a proper title race down the stretch? I think I just volunteered myself to go first.
Go ahead.
Apparently.
Man City is great this season, but not infallible.
Good way of putting it.
They don't feel as invincible, invulnerable. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Liverpool, while a little behind here, their team is very much set up for it. If they get on the streak, they can just roll. So there's a chance to make this interesting, at least pretty far down the road, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're within touching distance at this stage after 25 games, right? So about another 10 to 13 more, depending on.
And I don't even think a lot of losses out of Man City, but some draws and stuff. You know,
both only have 2 losses on the year. Where even with a game there was 3 more draws on the Liverpool side of thing. I think for them, I think it's possible. I think it keeps it a race for at least the next 8 games, right? If Liverpool drop points anywhere in there, that's where it's going to get harder and harder. With each point dropped, the further that's going to get away. Not necessarily rocket science, but where I'm going to with that is what history has shown with that. City then don't give that up at the end.
They don't know.
They then just pull away, and you're in their backlights looking like, well, what the hell just happened?
Man City is looking clinical, but Liverpool still has that spark of looking fun, for lack of a better term. But like where they're having a great time out there playing for the gaffer. Actually, to be honest, that's an interesting. That's a fun rivalry is not the right word, but a fun race between those two, because you kind of do have like the tactics. Not that Klopp doesn't have the tactics, but like you have the guy that's very known for clinical tactics with Pep, and then Klopp, who has the tactics, but everybody just loves the guy. It's a fun duo for a stretch. Not so much for Ferris being a Man U fan at all.
Seen it for a few years now. I want to see just improvement with my team. Just, play a little bit of heart.
I don't think there's much of a title race. I think up to April 9th, Man City has the easier schedule in the Premier League than Liverpool does. So these are teams that Man City should easily just blow past. And then on April 9th is Man City versus Liverpool. And
that's probably the deciding one right there.
Yeah.
That's going to be the decider.
Yeah, and
April 9th.
April 9th, 100% it's a decider. Now, it could be out
but that's your 8 weeks or so that you were talking about.
Somewhere in that range, yeah. And one of the things that I think could be a thorn in the heel of either side, right? I'll give you one thing for Liverpool and one thing for Man City. Man City haven't won the Champions League despite getting there. The more and more they get on with the tournament,
that's a good point.
Do they shift their focus and go, well, we've won a few Premier Leagues, but we haven't won essentially what we brought Pep in to win, right? Because Roberto Mancini won the league.
Your small opportunity for Liverpool to try to catch up. And even I would say if a catch up happens, we're talking they're within 2 to 3 points max toward the. You know what I mean? It's not. Right. I don't know that I would pick Liverpool in that situation to necessarily pull ahead. I think it would just be getting it closer, right. 6 points, something like that.
But I think does the season end like the 20s of May, right?
Mid-May, I think, or
because you've only got one Champions League game between now and Man City will only have one Champions League game between now and the end of the season. So
to play for, but they still have to get through the tournament as is, which they've done in years past. But something. They haven't even with now their focus just shifted to that one game once the season ends, they haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to get past either that last game before the finals or beat somebody in the finals.
I agree, but the fact that they're not going to have that massive a focus shift from the Premier League to Champions League because they have one game until the end of the season. And the team they beat, they just beat, which was Sporting, they just destroyed them 5-0. So I don't see that much of a shift of mindset since you only have one match, and that's on March 9th.
Yeah, but say they draw with PSG in the next round.
The Premier League season's over. It doesn't matter.
Not necessarily. If Liverpool are 3 points off at that point, and you have PSG in round 2 of the Champions League, and Liverpool's 3 points off, now that's not a for City, that's a very it's a spot to be in that they're equipped for. But
their bench is
you're
just
looking
ridiculous.
over your shoulder either way now, making sure that every next game counts, whether that's in the league or in Champions League.
Again, I think it's draws, not losses. If Liverpool starts to catch up, that Man City is it's the draws they'll encounter, not losses.
And while Liverpool have a very attacking front three, and they added to it in January with Luis Diaz, who looks like he's been playing with them for years now, but they're a little anemic in midfield to compete with City or to compete for long runs. You have who in midfield for them right now? Anybody name them off the top of their head?
It's sad that I said
Liverpool.
Right, exactly. You don't have a Naby Keita, Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Who else am I forgetting? So what I mean. You don't have that reinforcement in midfield, and that's so important. It's so important. It keeps pressure off your back four. It links play. It's so important.
What is a benefit and not good? It's weird. It's a plus and a minus for both clubs. Everybody below them is inconsistent.
Yeah,
like Chelsea's on a good run right now, but they could lose to. The thing is, Liverpool or Man City could face a Chelsea that could beat them or they could totally walk over it. And it's a very inconsistent kind of thing. So it's a weird spot that they're in, because it's not like City can look at Liverpool's schedule and say, oh, well, at least they're playing so-and-so. Because even I would say Chelsea is the next best out of that crew. That consistency can get a little wild.
But even then, they're 7 points off of Liverpool at this time on the same game.
No, sorry, I don't mean them catching up. I just mean like looking for other clubs to beat your club that you're in this race with. Is what I mean. Like, it's
well, Liverpool is going to have West Ham, which is not going to be an easy match. They'll have Brighton, which they're playing. They're playing Brighton at home.
That's the kind of game you draw. You can draw.
And that's a game you can find yourself drawing, because Brighton has only lost, 5 at home all season?
Yeah.
3 in the league at home. Yeah.
So they're just crushing it. Then right after that, they have Arsenal, Man United, and then Man City leading up to April 9th. So Liverpool have by far the harder schedule leading up to what I'm calling Decision Day.
Decision Day, April 9th. All right, man. I like it. All right. Shall we move on to the next one for our Premier League before we get out of Premier League vortex? So this one is actually, we're talking about it. The hot potato that is the 4th place in the Champions League spot in Premier League. Does anybody want it? We're talking about Man United here, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves, Tottenham. Just for reference, at this point, 4th currently is Man United with, I can't do this well, 43 points, West Ham at 41 points, Arsenal at 39 points, Wolves at 37 points, Tottenham at 36. Tottenham still has 28 more games to play to catch up to the amount that else played.
Seems that way.
They're at 22 games played.
So Arsenal. I think
it's 4. They have 4 games in hand to the league leaders.
3. Because I think the max has been played right now.
Oh, sorry.
25.
Yeah,
so
25.
Arsenal, Tottenham each have 3 games in hand from that 25 mark. Wolves has 2 games in hand, and Brighton have 1 game in hand.
It's crazy how many teams have only played 22 matches.
Yeah,
Leicester.
It's a lot less.
Well, when you decide not to play, I mean, that kind of happens,
Yeah. Burnley has the most.
Well, but they had the most suspended because of the COVID outbreak in their camp, which was more than 1 player, by the way.
Well, you only need 1 for the rule.
Which changed promptly that very next week that we dropped the pod.
Hey, man.
They changed a rule in mid-season. I can't... Oh, yeah. Well, why do you think that was?
You're both pretty.
Thank you so much. What I think you have is you have Liverpool and Manchester City, the best of the best, right? You have Chelsea, damn good. And then you have Man United, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves, Tottenham, who are...
But don't you feel like West Ham's the more dangerous out of that whole group?
I don't think anybody's the most dangerous out of this. There's not one team that I sit there and go, they're going to be banging 4th. I can't say that about Manchester United at all. West Ham have dropped points here. Who did they lose to just the other day?
Yeah, they've started to show
They lost to Leeds, right?
Yeah, they've started to struggle a little bit.
I think the people with the most momentum currently, Wolverhampton and Arsenal. They probably have the most amount of momentum going in.
But even then, Arsenal beat Wolves last time out when Arsenal last played, which seems like ages ago.
Was that 2018?
Right. But that was their
7 days ago.
But that was their first win since December.
Right.
So like Arsenal's not really on a run. Wolves are there, and they've won a couple, but then they've dropped 1 or 2.
Oh, no one's on a run in this group.
Have won a few, but then also drawn and lost.
Spurs
have lost 2 on the bounce at home, and they gave up. They were ahead in the Southampton game.
That meme I sent you of Jose Mourinho patting Conte's shoulders, shoulders
so
saying,
great.
"You'll love it here. They pay you money, but you don't have to win anything."
Exactly.
So great.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's the hot potato effect of, no, I don't want it. No, you have it. I don't want it. No, we know that's not what the clubs are doing, but there's just no level of consistency between these good teams, right?
That is going to be a super down to the point, probably last week or two. I feel like for that fourth spot.
Yeah, but you clearly within that you have large. You can clearly see the levels of class within the league, right? Top two teams are on a plus 40 gold difference. Man City at plus 47, Liverpool at plus 42, and then you have Chelsea plus 30. But then it drops. Then it completely keels from there.
Significant.
Plus 11,
you have plus 11, the tops
4.
out of those 5 teams that we named.
And then it is negative from 8th at Tottenham all the way
and
down.
Then Brighton just are in 9th with 33 points. And hell, they may even be in it before it kind of really drops off at that point. But they're still kind of out of it but so it's just an interesting dynamic that. Yeah, you may have one team running away with it, and you may have a little bit of movement down at the bottom, but that 8th through 4th is a little league all on its own.
Can I ask a third question? Just a quick answer.
Sure.
Don't talk about it. Is Everton going to get relegated?
No.
You think?
I don't think so.
Frankie L going to hold it together? Because before they signed
Sure.
him,
Sure.
I don't know that I would have said no to that question necessarily.
Before they signed him? Yeah,
He would.
Agreed.
but they also signed Donny van der Beek, Dele Alli, 2 midfielders that are going to boost something that they've been lacking in the team. I think that's going to help. You have talent there. You have Damari Gray. You have Richarlison. Your back four is not the best. But now that you beefed up that midfield just a bit, are they going to offer enough protection to that back four? I think there's 3 worse teams than them.
Definitely.
Which is why they survived.
Definitely. And Newcastle is only just peaking above the relegation zone at the moment, but could find themselves back there.
I say of that bottom 3, though, Norwich is the one that has been the most pushing ahead because they were the bottom of the bottom. So if there's anyone that's going to squeeze out of that bottom 3, if Norwich did it, that'd be amazing.
I think, honestly, how the table looks right now is a strong possibility of how the table ends at the end of the season.
That's a really good point. So that's Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Southampton, Leicester, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Leeds, Everton, Newcastle, Norwich, Watford, then Burnley.
That's very plausible. It ends almost exactly that way.
That is...
we should take a snapshot of this and see how far we're off.
Yeah, that's...
it's on the content.
If I had to bet money right now, that's a good look at what I'd pick.
It's possible, right? It's now a lot of games still to be played, but it's possible.
It'd certainly be interesting. I mean, things can jockey around just slightly. There's so many teams within a 1-game win of another team. You know, one team drops a point or drops 2 points on a draw, and it's a completely different.
Right, but. Yeah, that.
But I get your point.
Yeah, like, jockey's to put somebody in 12th to 10th. Okay, congrats. You know,
right.
But
it's not going to change drastically from this.
Right. Interesting times.
Shall I pull us out of the Premier League vortex by asking Ron to get the second beer before we move on
100%.
to the La Liga situation?
100%.
Well, excuse me. While Ron's getting that out, let me throw the props to his team. Pardon me. First, got to talk about this. Last week, Chelsea Football Club were named the best club in all the land / world by winning their first ever FIFA Club World Cup Championship. The Blues from UEFA defeated Brazilian club Palmeiras. Did I say it right? Palmeiras, who were winners of the Copa
Libertadores.
You can't say Christian Pulisic, but you get those of the Cumna Bowl. The game was decided in the extra time period via Kai Havertz's penalty in the 117th minute, which that was
what a crazy.
Who scored the goal against Man City to win the UEFA Champions League to get them in this tournament?
Dun, 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 dun.
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz.
Mr. Havertz.
Hasn't done a whole lot, but he scored some important goals in this
Just
stage.
important ones. He only shows up when it's important. The thing about this match can all be summed up by the Chelsea captain, who had the most brilliant sideshow act of the game. So in the 117th minute, Chelsea managed to get a penalty. It goes to VAR. They confirm, yep, it's a penalty. Azpilicueta goes and picks up the ball straight away. The second the referee points. Picks it up. Starts talking to the ref, sizing up the ball near the spot, holding on to the ball. Draws so many of the opposing players to him because he's going to take the penalty. So they're trying to get in his head. And I don't know, it's a good 3 minutes while they sort everything out and the players argue with the ref and blah, blah, blah. And then when it's time for the penalty, he just calmly hands the ball over to Havertz. And it's the best.
That's right.
It's the best. He just pulls.
It's like a moment in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
He just pulls all of those people. What a brilliant captain moment that maybe it's common, right? But I would not have thought of it.
Well, it's not common in the 117th minute of an extra. The circumstances around it are, yeah.
But it's just incredible that he had the presence of mind to take the ball, take all the flack, knowing that he was going to hand the ball off.
Here you go, buddy.
And no one bothered to talk to Kai Havertz at all until he was, taking the penalty. And then the look on all the opposing players' faces was pretty.
What the hell?
They're like, oh.
But have they watched tape?
Right. That's what I was going to say.
Never takes a pen.
He very rarely does. I've seen him do it 3 times since being a Chelsea supporter.
4th in a line of 5 that take pens, but not .
But just a brilliant move, and I think that was the highlight of the game for me because we were relatively lethargic for most of the match. We did just enough to win it, and we needed help at the end. So yeah, we kind of put them in a position to create the penalty, but we still got some problems.
It's one of those weird games, though, energy wise, in the sense of asking neutral. Do you care about No, I don't care about that. Hey, your club's in it. Well, I kind of care about this. It's you know what I mean? Yeah. It's a weird one.
They can also call themselves world champs a hell of a lot more than the Rams can call themselves world champs.
Right? I noticed that myself.
Well, I'll never say that. And just
you won the
because
Super Bowl.
They include Canada in Major League Baseball. It is the World Series.
Well, but it's actually called the World Series. Makes more sense.
Hold on, though. It's called the World Series, but it still doesn't make sense. I'm just saying. Next year, we get 6 games in Germany. You see this?
Oh, the
NFLs.
Yeah.
So
we've had games in the UK,
right? But
we're not playing teams from the UK.
Anywhere else.
That's what
there's not even a team in Canada.
Do you remember the European Football League? The Claymores from Scotland.
Yeah,
they
had a big sword on the side of their head.
I just thought that was cool.
But we got Chelsea can actually call themselves world champs. They are the best club in the world based on how the system is set up.
I don't care what the Rams are called, as long as Kroenke's happy enough to just write a check or 2.
It's not happening.
No, probably not.
No, yeah, it's not happening.
No. You're just a way to
write off a bunch of New England Revolution.
He should be okay.
That's your big signing in January.
He should be okay because he
Didn't he just lose at 50?
No,
they got the lawsuit. The NFL's helping out with the settlement or whatever. It's ridiculous for the whole thing.
$790 million, and it has to be paid. The undisclosed deal, which clearly means it's all backdoor envelopes changing hands. But between the NFL and Kroenke, they have to pay the city of St. Louis $790 million.
And he's on the hook for $550,000.
And don't forget,
million of it. Apologies.
The week before or whatever, in the middle of that transfer window, Arteta came to America to meet with Kroenke. And in my brain, the story
he asked him to be a part of the Rams stuff.
No. Is he walked in the door? He went, "Oh my gosh, how is our club? How is our club, Man City, doing right now? Are they doing all right?" So the Arsenal. Right. Blue kit. I mean, like he doesn't. I like.
Isn't it his son that that has the majority of the day-to-day operations or whatever? Here's a little fun thing for you. Do you guys know when the FIFA Club World Cup started?
I'm gonna say it's newer than I realize.
Just take a guess.
A year? Is that what you're saying?
What year did the FIFA Club World Cup start?
1995.
Great guess.
2003.
Even better guess. Blake would have technically won. 2000 it started. It's only 22 years young.
Huh.
Do you know the team that has won the most FIFA Club World Cups?
It's got to be a South American side.
No.
Really?
No. It's a UEFA team side.
Like
Barcelona.
Bayern or
Real Madrid.
Oh, okay. That was like the next guest in that line.
Right.
Yeah.
The English teams to have won it.
Liverpool
in the 22
just did last time.
Blah, 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 blah. Starting in 2000, you had 3 Brazilian clubs. Then you had Milan, and then Manchester United won it in 2008. Then Barcelona, Inter, Barca, another Brazilian team, Bayern, and then it went about a good span there of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid. 2019, Liverpool won. Munich won it last year. Chelsea won it this year. So Chelsea, Liverpool.
This is like not
Man City didn't even win. Well, because they haven't won a Champions League. See what I did there?
But Europe doesn't. The most of Europe doesn't really care about this competition unless they're in it.
Correct.
Because they have UEFA Champions League and all these other
which is technically the biggest club tournament
in
the world. Although this one crowns you the champion of the world.
I mean,
clubs.
Don't forget the UEFA secondary conference tier.
No, that's a good point.
Super
very
Friends, have fun time. We all get in this one together.
That's a very valid point. Yep.
But the South American teams really look forward to this because it is one of the rare times on a club level that they have exposure to play clubs in Europe.
100%. Yep.
So,
and they are all like, I can't wait to play here. One of you please hire me? One of you please hire me?
Shall we go to the next beer?
Get this beer.
From the same brewery, Forefathers, extra poppable penguin party balloons.
Hey, you said that 5 times fast.
Wow.
It is a triple IPA.
Whoa, that was a great cough, like right on cue.
10% ABV.
Hey, that can is hysterical.
Yeah,
it looks a little bit like that thing up there, don't it?
It looks a little bit like the Cookie Puss.
It's a bunch of penguin balloons, penguin party balloons, as the same title of the beer. Triple IPA. Can't wait to have it. Never had it before. 10% on the old ABV.
Well, any info on
extra poppable penguin party balloons IPA, triple IPA.
What's in it?
Extra poppable penguin IPA. Do you want to do it? Or do you want me to do it?
Go for it.
You got your water.
A little yeast.
You got you a little bit of yeast in there. Some hops.
Oh yeah. What, they say what kind?
A little bit of oats.
Some of those hops.
Not only.
No, they don't.
No.
I was just curious since there's a triple if they would say
sure they're poppable.
Poppable hoppables.
Can't wait.
All right, Ron. Crack it.
Crack this one.
Cups.
I'm excited.
In the meantime, while you're pouring the beer, I'll kind of start to fly through the La Liga's roundup.
Yes, to the La Liga's roundup.
As we talked about the Champions League. The Champions. You just have to say it with every... it makes it so much fun when you say it that way. But that is a thing, and it's happening, and it's back, which is even better. And we were treated to a very awesome match on Tuesday between powerhouses, PSG and Real Madrid, and Kylian Mbappe. What a freaking player.
Future star of Real Madrid.
Yeah, exactly.
He
was putting on a little bit of show for
sure he was.
1-0 win. I think he scored in like the 87th or something. Just a beautiful solo goal. A nice little back heel from the boy that rolls around on the ground a lot. But and then you had in the other match, you had City that tore apart Sporting 5-0. Good thing there's no more away goals, or that tie would be 100% done.
Oh, I forgot about the away goals were gone.
A little bit of a weird thing. Bayern Munich must have thought that they were playing RB Leipzig. No, they were playing RB Salzburg.
Right.
who Munich had to tie a late goal to tie it up 1-1. Brendan Eriksson, a good American lad who we saw in Hamilton. Wish he would have played this way in Hamilton, but he had himself a hell of a game. What was very key to their win and draw. And Liverpool beat Inter Milan in Milan 2-0. So some very, very good ties there. This is the remember that we're on the first round of knockouts, so round of 16.
Now that you just said that, that's a reality too. Man City walk away with the league again, but Liverpool win the Champions League.
Yep.
Hey, we're still in it.
It's possible. It's true. Speaking of it, Chelsea played Lille this coming Tuesday, the 22nd, which will be 2-2-2-2
against Tuchel.
Aha. A lot of twos. Villarreal play Juventus. They do them in such kind of weird. It's over the course of like a 5-6 week period.
Wait.
Yeah.
This beer's been poured. We need to try it.
Very valid point. Probable Penguins.
Sorry, it was
triple IPA.
I was smelling it.
Good caramel color.
Whoa.
Ooh,
good lacing.
Smells like a triple.
It's thick like an orange juice. Look at that thing.
Ooh. What a good smell.
That's not fermented either. That's very sedimenty. Not sedimenty.
Filtered.
Thank you.
Ooh. That's way different than I thought it was going to be.
Whoa.
Well. Oh, yeah.
What does that I taste, though?
I mean, tops. Slaps you in the face. But not in like a stone IPA kind of way.
No, that's not.
Good and bitter down the back of the tongue, but juicy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of citrus.
Oh, but you know what it is you're smelling? Do you smell alcohol, too, though? I mean, it's 10%. Don't forget that. I think that hop and juiciness is covering that up. Sorry, not to interrupt you there, but this beer had been poured and we needed to try it.
I like it. Have one more sip before I carry on.
Man.
You have Villarreal, Juventus, and Chelsea, Lille that play on Tuesday. And then on that Wednesday, you have Atletico Madrid and Manchester United. And then Benfica and Ajax. That Benfica and Ajax match should actually be quite entertaining. And those will all be the first games of the round of 16. And then the following weeks, they will carry on. Europa League is coming back. The only thing, a real note yesterday is that at home, Borussia Dortmund got absolutely smacked by Rangers. It was 3-0
4-1?
at like half. It ended up being 4-2, I think.
4-2.
At Dortmund, though. Not an easy place to go, especially with that wall. And just, absolutely just smacked. And I really don't know what's happening in the UEFA Conference Champions, whatever that's called. I'm not quite too sure.
Everybody gets a trophy league.
Everybody has Google. Just type it into Google and find out for yourself because clearly. Speaking of the German Bundesliga, it's of course Bayern Munich that are currently in fourth. They're at first. However, they did. Did you see the game that they lost last weekend?
Who did they play last weekend?
VfL.
No.
Bochum. They lost 4-2 to that club, who sit in 11th.
It was a good day for them.
Yeah, that's a really good day for them.
Definitely punched above their weight. Were they missing players? Injury?
No, I think they were looking ahead of Champions League. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really watch the game. Germany's on a bit of just post-COVID type stuff where there's not a lot of fans in the stands and that sort of thing. But nonetheless, that's a team that came up last year, I believe, to the league. And they're up there in 11th.
They are. Bundesliga is bright and hove.
Yeah, exactly. And they beat them 4-2. And then you have Dortmund in second, kind of hanging in there. Bayern Leverkusen, who lost today to Mainz. They lost 3-2, but Leverkusen sit in third. RB Leipzig sit in fourth. Hoffenheim sit in fifth. And Freiburg sit in sixth. And then the aforementioned Mainz sit in seventh in the German Bundesliga. Moving over to the Spanish La Liga. It's Real Madrid, who currently sit in first, with Sevilla in second and Real Betis in third. But Barcelona are making a little bit of a comeback now. They've had a couple of good signings. Adama Traore, who now plays for them, has been quite well. We're usually in the Premier League. He doesn't get on the score sheet, but you think he has a goal and an assist. And
until those checks start bouncing from Barcelona.
Right. Exactly. Then no more scoring.
Xavi seems to be doing... Xavi seems to be making
a little bit of
a good a good impact on that faltering club.
We have the former Arsenal Capitan there. And Arsenal are paying for most of his age there. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is
it's
at
basically
Barcelona.
It is. It's like when it's just a loan. It's like you guys did a loan.
He's never coming back. That's
right. Yeah. No one was going to buy him at the wages that he wanted.
Does Kroenke know who Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is?
No, I'm sure. I bet he does.
I don't know.
I bet his son is sweeping all of this under the carpet, and one day it's going to explode, and Kroenke's going to go, wait, you've been doing what this whole time?
No. It's going to be like, you lost me how much money?
Right. Yeah, but I mean, what's your other option? Keep him and pay for him and don't play him?
True.
No,
I mean, like, that's what sucks. Like,
but I'm just saying, I wonder if Kroenke actually knows what's happening.
Right?
I don't mean to get into a whirlpool, but no, I did.
We go.
No, I did get a note though, just out of a. Where's that? Aubameyang has failed to score in 40 of his last 54 league appearances for Arsenal. That's
for crazy. How much you're paying him?
When you see that, it's almost like, oh man, all the conversation. Yeah. You just have. I mean, God, I don't think I'd realize it was that bad.
Even Lukaku's accidentally scoring.
That's what I'm. That's
that's. We could get it. We could do a whole pod just on that saga on how that played.
That is That's wild.
And he hasn't scored yet for Barca, I don't think. Barca are in the Europa League, by the way. Mm-hmm. Remember, they didn't get past in the Champions League. And they drew with another team that probably should be in the Champions League, who actually leads the Italian League right now. They played Napoli yesterday, I believe, and they drew that 1-1. But still in La Liga, Atletico Madrid are in 5th, and Real Sociedad are in 6th. And then the Italian League, which we were just talking about with Napoli, do sit in 1st over in Italy. I'm sorry, they do not sit in 1st. They were in 1st, but now it is AC Milan who is in 1st. Inter's in 2nd. Napoli sit on 53 points, 2 points behind Inter. AC Milan. And that rounds out your top 3. Juve are there in 4th, kind of just hanging around. But they have played at least a game more than those 3 clubs, and in some cases 2 games more. So can they make a kind of a sneaking to sit on the outside and then pop in towards the end of the season? Maybe. They have that kind of talent. It is certainly possible. Atalanta sit in 5th, and Lazio sit in 6th. And then Jose's Roma sit in 7th in the Serie A.
It's crazy.
Abraham scoring.
If you would have asked me if Napoli is going to be in 2nd at this point in the season, I don't think there's many people who would have who would have picked that they'd be in the top 4 and doing well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they got knocked out of the Champions League. I don't remember their exact group, but it was not the easiest of groups that they were in. It was a group
of death.
It might have been. But that is Italy. And did somebody call for an Uber Eats table?
That was waiting
in France. It's still a league. They're still the sponsors.
Still the Uber Eats
crazy.
league.
With the dumbest Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, what was theirs? I didn't see this actually.
It's a whole bunch. So Uber Eats now delivers things that's not food.
Oh, so they were eating Dawn soap and stuff?
They're like eating soap and toilet paper, diapers. The one woman was eating lipstick, and they're like, "Oh, it came from Uber Eats. It must be food." What the dumb commercial?
The what do you call it? The preamble to that saying "Don't do that for real" was actually pretty funny at the beginning, though.
Yeah, but still, like, lame.
Yeah, I love that they sponsor a French league.
Yeah.
It just makes
of all things. It's a French word, Uber.
You can order a baguette to the stadium.
A German name, a German word.
Love it. PSG are. I mean, if they don't win the league at this point, and Poch doesn't, if he botches this up, see, he has to win a trophy at some point.
Who was just on?
He's 13 points clear at the top right now.
It was the pundit in the UK. Was like, I'm so tired. I never want to hear.
Paul Merson?
Man United made a mistake, or whoever made a mistake by not getting Poch. Right. What is he doing right now with this talent at PSG? He's like, what?
Yeah, it's almost like the managers that you think that, like Ralph or some of those that you're like, oh, they're so brilliant. They're brilliant with people that aren't superstars.
Do you know where he would be great at?
Who? Poch?
Leicester.
Probably.
If the Braj continues to have some issues,
Probably. Yeah.
I could see him.
Not a bad shout.
If I owned Leicester and I didn't want to slip
Probably.
from where he'd be a really good choice based on what he did at the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, throwing that out there.
Possibly.
Minus the not winning anything part.
True.
Well,
Marseille.
I think not as a permanent thing. You look at him as a rebuild, But
Marseille sit in second. Nice sit in third. Strasbourg sit in fourth. Sounds like a German team. I'm probably not saying that right, but
Strasbourg, that's right.
Strasbourg, yeah. Stade Rennes sit in fifth, and Monaco sit in sixth. Lyon sit in seventh, and then Lille's all the way down there in ninth. Now, guys, this hurt my heart when I saw it. I don't know if I ever told you who my team is in France that I've followed for years. An Arsenal player used to play there, which got me onto them. Merriman Shamak.
You just like saying that.
I love that name. Brilliant.
It's like why you like Lucien Gladbach or whatever.
Moroccan Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yes.
Yes. And I saw that I was looking up the Luis Diaz for Liverpool, and one of the clubs he played for was Barranquilla in Colombia. Anyways, completely.
But can't say Pulisic.
Pulisic. Can't say it. Anyways, my club in France, when I had one of my good friends over there on vacation, she's like, "Hey, do you want anything from over here? I can buy you like a soccer jersey." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Can you get me a Bordeaux jersey?" She went into a store in Paris, and they were like, what is Bordeaux? We don't have that jersey here. They didn't even have a jersey of them in the capital of the country that they play in this massive soccer shop with all of these jerseys. Anyways, they're in 20th, guys. That's last place in the Uber Eats table.
Should have got.
Are they getting relegated? Is there relegation in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're on their way there. I don't want they can't go down though. That's my team in France.
Well, you'll have to follow them one league
on
lower.
ESPN 12.
The Ocho. Plus Ocho.
The Ocho plus.
And on that note, that is the abridged version of the La Liga's roundup.
Well, next, we still have a little bit left before Ron goes to his third beer, but Ron does have beer news. However, I did want to drop just one stat. We don't have a lot of time, so I just kind of got to drop the stat, and then we got to move straight to beer news. All right, Ron?
Yeah, go for it.
Here's the stat. Somebody at ESPN UK had a bone to pick when they tweeted this. Man United have spent £1.5 million for every point they have won in the Premier League since 2016 with 0 trophies to show for it. Saw it, made me laugh. Now, Ron, over to beer news.
I'm actually surprised it's not higher. I'm actually surprised it's not higher.
I was like, I was not going to bring that up, and then there came the peer. I was like, I'm going to.
I'm actually surprised it's not like 2.3 million. Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
To me, though, reading that, in all seriousness, it was like seeing that Aubameyang tweet. The starkness of that reality, I was like, ooh, geez. Like,
that's a smack in the face
yes.
when you read
he
it.
may not have the best owners, but at least they spend some coin.
Yeah. That's another whole pod.
That's
we could
true.
do a whole one on the Aubameyang, and then the whole one on like all this money. You have Ronaldo. I mean, I can't. Yeah,
but we've gotten to the Champions League. Like we've done stuff.
Yeah.
Jose wasn't he? When was he at the club? He won a Europa League. Was it prior to 2016? No.
Yes, it's 2016. I don't know. Look it up while Ron's on the beer news.
Go ahead. Yeah.
When's the last trophy?
Beer news is a little interactive today. So
it's exciting.
The beer news has been rather slow. So since there's not a lot of beer headlines, I came up with an interesting game for a prize.
Love it.
Hold on. His stats completely wrong. Jose was at the club. Well, maybe it's not completely wrong. I just thought about it out loud. Did he win it in his first season?
Maybe.
So which was 2016 was his first season.
This says...
Hold on. Say it again.
This says since 2016. So with no trophies to show for it. Now, would that have been the 2015 season he won?
2015-16, and at the end of the 2016 season... It's entirely so they won the UEFA, the Europa League in the
for the 2016-2017
2017 season. So technically, they won a cup in 2017.
Well, since 2016, no.
I'm looking at it right here.
Well, no,
on
but
the
You're both
very
pretty.
reliable
You're both pretty,
Wikipedia.
but it's
I was going to say it's Wikipedia.
it's mostly right. So
Somebody Wikipedia changed after
and
they
then
saw
they believe they won the Chupacabra Cup.
he just edited.
They won the
menu
EFL
site.
Cup and the Chupacabra Cup technically
It doesn't
in the
count.
calendar year of
Yeah.
2017.
Like Ron said, it doesn't count because you just edited and changed it.
In Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyways, continue on. Sorry, Ron.
Okay, so we have a 5-question beer quiz, rapid fire quiz game show.
Oh,
here.
heck yeah.
I'm terrible at these.
Beer news was pretty slow. So here's the rules. You get 1 point for a correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
For any correct answer, any numbered answers are closest to without going over.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
Can't
can't
go
go
Rice
over
is
it.
right rules.
So
Price is
even
Right,
if you're
yeah.
closer
Yeah.
by
Price is-
one
yeah.
digit, you can't be over it.
What's the name of the game?
The beer news quiz?
No. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't come up with a name.
We'll have to.
We'll work on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Let's workshop it.
He'll need
Workshop.
something that's on the level of what the FA Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so first question. What is the ABV of the world's most alcoholic beer?
It is. Oh, is it
Blake?
multiple question?
No, it's not multiple choice.
39 ABV.
Blake's is 39.
39%
Ferris?
ABV.
Percentage beer?
Percentage ABV.
It's something sound like a trick question. I will go
Highest in the world.
18.8%.
18.
That's technically considered a beer still. That's what I'm thinking. But anyways.
Oh, I get where you're. Okay.
Where?
67.5.
Oh God, I wasn't even
Snake
close.
Venom, which is a barley wine from Brewmeister in a brewery in Scotland.
Of course, it's Scottish.
Yeah.
Is that the one that comes in the squirrel nuts? The squirrel? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's one that comes in a dead squirrel. You guys know?
No,
Yeah.
that's not this one.
Okay. We got to look that up.
Did
And
Eddie from Christmas
Nope.
Vacation make that one?
after the pod, I'll pull it up and show it to you.
Okay.
That means maybe that's a white whale we need to get on the show at
Right.
some point.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So Blake was the closest to.
Yeah, clearly.
With 39.
Still 20. Yeah.
I thought it was a weird trick. Anyways, go ahead.
Nope. Number 2. Was the Guinness Book of World Records invented by the Guinness Brewing Company? True or false? Ferris.
True.
Ferris says true.
I'm going to say false.
Blake says false. Ferris would be accurate. 1-1. So
I thought it was
let's
a
go.
trick, and then it was Sir Arthur Guinness, but
go.
not the company. I thought that was
No.
going to be.
Executive Director of Guinness at the time, Sir Hugh Beaver.
Of course.
I didn't make that up. Sir Hugh Beaver invented
My
the
old friend.
invented the book.
Hugh Beaver.
Sir, that's Sir.
Sir Hugh Beaver.
Invented the book
It's French, you idiot. It's Beaver.
to be an authoritative source for pub goers to settle their differences and disputes about particular phenomenon or record-breaking achievements.
And then corporations ruined it by trying to make the biggest pancake in their mall or whatever. Like, okay, yeah.
He and his friends were out drinking Guinness at the time.
All great ideas start that way.
Behind the Guinness factory, and they were hunting game, birds. And they...
Which is wild because you know where that is now. They were in the city of Dublin
right.
hunting birds, which I'm not going to say it's as packed as it is now, but I still bet they're like, oh, there's the Guinness boys friggin'
Right.
fire.
Those
Again.
That beaver shooting again. So Ferris with the point. Question number 3. What is the single best selling beer in the world? Not a multiple choice. You have to guess. Single
Oof.
best selling beer in the world.
This is a thing that gets tricky because it's a regional thing that we're not thinking about. Is the easy answer Budweiser because of its Bud Light? It's
So Blake, you'd be up first.
because Guinness is a lot in places you wouldn't even expect. I don't.
True. Go ahead.
He said a specific kind of beer, not a beer company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, oh man, this is hard. I'm gonna say Budweiser.
I thought that, but then my mind went to Heineken.
Oh, that's a really good one.
What is the answer?
Okay, so no one gets it.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
2 more guesses.
Is it okay? Is it American?
No.
Okay, so we ruled
Foster's?
that out. I feel like let's go another round. We should go another round, right? So I am going to throw the Guinness one out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. Is it one of the
See, I was gonna I didn't think like Tsingtao or something like that, the Chinese beer, because it's just such a huge population.
But no, that doesn't make sense. Not American. Just because, Budweiser's American, but it's not owned by Americans.
Well, that's true.
Newcastle Brown Ale. I have no clue. Heineken was my best guess.
You're both still wrong.
What is it?
It is Snow Lager. Snow Lager is a brewery in China.
Okay.
So you were right.
Yeah.
It is a staggering amount of beer that they brew. 10 gigaliters.
What is that?
That is a 1 followed by 9 zeros.
Does Christopher Lloyd work for them?
Great Scott.
Which is equivalent to 264,172,052 gallons of beer brewed in China and sold throughout Southeast Asia.
That makes
I
sense.
can't believe we've never heard of that.
I have only heard of it because I was
you were
in
But did you
China.
have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just, what was it
I've
like
had
their version
it's,
of
it's
like
everywhere.
Like a Bud.
Budweiser?
Kind of a,
It's better tasting, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so no points in that one.
Okay.
Question number 4. What is the oldest brewery in the world?
Oh, Westenhofer.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Your guess?
Westenhofer. I think I'm saying it wrong, but like
Veletrin, isn't that one? West
Veletrin, the
Yeah.
Belgian.
Yes.
Is that your guess?
I'm going with that one. I'll go with that one.
Okay. Blake is correct.
the best Hefeweizen in the world. It's on the bottle. That's why I remember it. And I love that beer.
Fair enough.
A bonus point if you can tell me how old it is.
1627.
No, not the year.
Oh.
How old it is.
Well, now you're making us do math.
Oh, so tough.
It's 470 years old.
470.
Let's round it and equal 600.
600. Ferris gets that
Hey,
point. He's
let's
closest.
go.
982
Oh,
years old.
I almost guessed 1,000 years old, but I would have gone over. I'm glad I did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think ours was that old.
Founded
though.
in
Wow.
It's an old-ass
1040
Hefeweizen.
AD.
I want to look at the website 'cause I feel like the brewery as it stands now is like something part of it's 400 or 500 years old. You know what I
Probably
mean?
that
Like that,
establishment,
yeah. That's cool though. Yeah, their beers. That's still the most perfect Hefeweizen in the world.
So it's tied 2-2
Oh,
going into the final question.
No kidding.
Yep.
Let's hear it.
Tied 2-2 to the
Let's do
final
it.
question.
If it's
Okay.
not multiple choice, we're screwed.
All right. This one is a possible 3 points. 1 point per answer.
Question.
Answer.
Do we get a beer at the end of this as a reward for whoever wins?
No, you get a you get a prize. I'm not telling you.
Don't we have a third beer?
Yeah,
Well,
but
can we make that the beer?
you're gonna have a prize.
Okay.
Chill,
Oh,
there's a
wow.
prize.
Oh, even better.
Okay.
Botchu or something.
Name in order the 3 U.S. states that drink the most beer in 2021 per cap per week.
In order?
In order.
Hell.
This one's a tough one. I only got one of these right when I took my own quiz.
Per cap is what changes it.
3 U.S. states in order, if you can.
Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Jersey.
All right, so Blake, Rhode Island.
Good guesses.
Massachusetts, and
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
We're only in 2 of those states are fan only.
Ferris?
A lot of never mind. Tejas.
Okay.
Well, first I'll go Wisconsin.
Now it's Wisconsin.
Then I'll go Texas.
Okay.
Then I'll go Missouri.
Missouri. None of you hit a single one of them.
What?
Yep. So
okay, per cap. I'm going to throw something weird out.
New York.
It won't count as a point for me now.
Okay.
But let's like Vermont. That is a very low population size.
I'd say New York is a crap.
But if it's a per cap.
And why?
New York, Florida, Colorado.
Colorado.
You have Vermont. Any 2 others?
Oh, we can go a couple others.
Well, you got 2 more.
Oregon
Good guess.
and South Dakota.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like
Small population.
do up there.
No.
Blake hit 1 of the states.
Ooh, with what?
Vermont.
Nice. Fair enough.
So it is in this order. The U.S. state that drinks the most beer or drank the most beer in 2021, New Hampshire, with an average of 1.79 gallons per person per week. That's a lot of beer.
That's a lot. Wow.
The next one was Montana.
I thought you were going to say a month.
Montana. You weren't far off with the Dakota.
1.6 gallons.
Good for
And then
them.
Vermont, 1.53. That's a lot.
So you were up there in the Northeast region.
Dude.
Right?
No kidding. Per capita.
So-
Interesting.
Blake,
But that's I feel like you say a month.
Congrats.
A month. A
Yeah.
week.
a week.
That's
You're pounding
That's a
them
lot
out.
of
dude,
beer.
2 gallons of beer. Did
I'd
you do that when you were working at a brewery?
be
I don't
700 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, I was putting back a few at the brewery,
Let's
so
say-
I'm not.
So that's the next step. What's the obesity per cap? What's the diabetes per cap on that situation?
What's the kidney problem?
Yeah,
per
right.
cap or
Yeah, the alcoholism. All
Oh,
right,
I
so your prize,
Oh, this is exciting.
a fancy
Oh, they
Brewtiful
came in.
Game
The
scarf.
Brewtiful
Look
Game
at that.
scarves are here.
Hell yeah! I thought you said you weren't coming until next week.
Since it tied, you get one
sandbagging
too.
son of a old sailor, you.
Oh man.
Hell yeah!
Our Brewtiful Game scarf.
That is wicked.
These look
I get a
great.
participation award for
Now
playing.
Well, you were technically tied.
these are awesome, and I'm totally bringing this to Chicago.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God. Chicago, the first city game.
Yeah.
Wearing it there,
Dude.
Whoa!
This is all I can't. I'm wearing this to work on Tuesday.
Aren't they badass?
They are okay for those of you at home. It's a cool. It's got a Brewtiful Game logo on either end. The tassels are black and white, and then it's a green, yellow with thin white, 2 large green and yellow stripes separated by thin white stripes all the way down with green hops in the yellow stripes.
Glorious.
It
Clark.
is. That is,
And then on the back
Oh,
side,
man.
it is in like a white box with some green trim and a hop in the dead center of it. Love in capital letters, the and lowercase, beer in capital letters, hop, cherish the game the same way.
holy crap, these look great.
Don't they?
Kind of wish we'd gotten some wool ones for the Chicago trip. To be
Oh,
quite honest.
we could just double up.
Yeah, dude. Wow, that's
Whoa.
all right.
These are
now.
wicked.
This only does inspire me to figure out about how to make a custom kit with the for the Brewtiful Game.
Gosh.
This is fan friggin' tastic.
We'll
That
put
is
pictures up.
Awesome. You sandbagged us. You said they weren't being until next week.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
And it was a good delivery method. Play a little game.
it was.
that's good. That was good. Hey, I'll take it. That's good. You know what's great? You know what's good with a scarf about the Brewtiful Game?
What?
Another beer.
You got it.
100%. Let's do it.
No
As we
problem.
roll into our MLS little
And we have a
quick
fourth if
preview.
we're still game for it.
It's true. It's true. So we're gonna put dude, Ron, you rock
This
for making
is,
these
man,
happen.
this is
We just said Ron
This
designed
is
by Ron's sister,
beautiful. Yes.
who also did our logo.
Yes. Oh, man.
Yep. A team effort between me and the sis.
Yeah, man, this is amazing. I mean, I thought it looked good when you showed us the mock-up online, but holy crap, this is awesome.
They came out so
the
good.
weird, the black and white tassels at the end.
Perfect.
Perfect. Oddly enough, completely.
I don't know that I would have picked that.
No, I wouldn't have either. I said the
it's-
exact same thing.
Yeah, it complements the logo.
Originally, the scarf company said we should make it 3 or 4 colors, but we didn't.
No, I like the two.
My sister and I didn't like it. We wanted it more simple, and we thought it matched the logo at the end.
This
So
is sexy.
This is you're damn right.
This is sexy. Okay, we got to get a merch section going on the site because this is amazing.
Y'all gonna want one of these. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. How many of these we have?
a bunch.
We got a bunch.
Oh, do we really?
Yeah.
I think in fairness,
Love
there are a couple of awesome people whose scarves are actually hanging up around this.
Yeah, we should
We gotta
trade
we
back.
gotta
Yeah, they're
Mr. Call.
That's why I got a
Lee
few.
Malby. Yeah, we got a few to
Kim.
get out of some Kim.
Yep.
We gotta get man, we gotta get a few of these out. That's awesome. That is awesome. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Wicked.
Oh man.
Last beer?
Let's do it.
Let's do
All
it.
right, last beer from Forefathers.
My jacket starting to get a little hot. That was beer.
This one is called The Starter. It's a session IPA, which means we get a little lower on the ABV,
yeah.
right? 4.8%. It is one of their flagship session IPAs. It became so popular that that they make it regularly. It's a light IPA with notes of citrus. And on the can, it says, "Let's face it, nobody wants to ride the pines. Everyone wants to be the starter."
What a perfect soccer beer.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. And the best of the best want to stay in the game until it's over. Our starter session IPA is just that kind of beer that the coach could rely on day in, day out to get the job done. With a crisp and citrusy profile, our Galaxy Hop driven IPA screams high draft pick beer stud.
It's wild that they list the hop on this one, but not on that triple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not the biggest session fan of anything.
I think you haven't had a good one then. Have you
Yeah,
found-
because especially session IPA. Why take the punch out of it? So it makes it an IPA in a way. But they have not made a bad thing I've ever had.
For me, it's like this. To me, a session IPA where it shines is when you're like, oh yeah, session IPAs are okay. IPAs are okay. But then you're like tailgating on a hot day outside of the stadium.
yeah,
Right.
And that's when it's great.
And you
because
don't want a high ABV.
Yes.
You don't want to get baked before, you
don't.
It is definitely
I should have
situational.
been doing wrong all these years.
Yes. It is a situational.
Thank you.
But that's a trend, to be honest. Low ABV versions of almost every type of beer
People
is
can hang
becoming
out.
really popular right now
Lager's making a comeback. Yeah, 100%.
because you can have a bunch more of them. The taste is still really crisp and clean and adventurous, but you're not getting smacked around by a 9% beer.
And oddly, and this is going to sound very, very weird, but in today's myriad of health things, you have a pill for that, you have a pill for this, you can't eat that, you can't eat that. I feel like a lot of people are also getting to the point where hops, depending on the certain kind of hops, the various strains, start to upset people's stomachs and do things to people that their bodies aren't, like at first, the hops and all, when that IPA craze came along, IPAs were so big, but then over time it's like we need to switch this. They're too ABV-ish, they're too heavy, they're too.
Well, you said
the hops
lagers
in it,
are
and
popular
Lagers
again,
are
and-
starting to kind of come back.
I like it.
I don't know if I drew that comparison.
No,
but
I know
anyway.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, lagers, pilsners, hells are
This
really making a
smells
comeback.
good. It almost smells hoppier than the triple, which is weird.
to the scarf.
But that's not surprising. They probably just made it so it's very aromatic. So
Yeah.
that's part of Ooh, I like this better than the triple. As far as it's super effervescent.
That's where we differ. I like
Lighter.
the triple better
Neutral?
than I do this.
Lighter, a bit lemony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't like so much about sessions. They tend to have a little bit more of that like cleaner feel.
But that's
to
what I'm
them.
saying. Like,
But
you're
I mean,
playing
that's
some
kind of their
cornhole
point.
outside.
Yeah,
like,
But I get it's not for everybody.
But it's like, but it is a thing that I like a session. But if I'm at a crap brew, I'm not ordering it at the bar because I don't want it there. It doesn't,
This is tasty though. This is
Good head
easily
retention.
drinkable and very tailgatey beer. 100%.
All right, gentlemen. Shall we move on to our MLS preview? Then we got to kind of put the pedal to the metal here.
For some reason, MLS completely snuck up on me this year.
That's why I was like, "Hey, gents,
here we were.
This next pod.
We were literally ordering tickets. I'm sitting the other night ordering tickets and booking my hotel room to hang out with you, gents, in beginning of March.
Yeah, first week of March.
And it's like you said, MLS preview for our next pod. I was like, no, isn't that too early? But I'm literally booking
it's like 3 weeks away.
my trip to go. Yeah, like very.
And we have a game against maybe CF Montreal a week from Sunday. First home game.
So
Sunday, February 26th is the first?
27th.
Yeah. So, well, the first matches for the
league.
For the league
correct.
in general is the 26th.
Like, did I ask off the wrong day? Whoops. Yeah.
So
but you know what else we forgot?
What's that?
We didn't review our picks from last year.
No, we didn't.
We completely forgot about that. So as I was
we
didn't do our picks from last year.
Because when I saw him put this in there, I went, why would we didn't do it?
We didn't review it.
You know what we did? We did the NWSL. We didn't do the MLS.
We did. I don't know.
Oh, well, none of us got anything right. So
the hell we didn't. Back the right bus up a little bit. I'm going to skip ahead here. Biggest team to miss the playoffs. Blake had the Union. I had LAFC, and you had Minnesota United. The Union in Minnesota made it. LAFC did not.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's all I got. We were completely off for a majority of this. My did the league change. We all had Columbus in the East. They didn't even make the playoffs.
Nope.
They were dreadful for a majority of the year.
New
England for
crest.
the East ran it, and they actually won the Shield. Blake had Portland, Ron and I both had Seattle. It was actually... Now, Portland and Seattle were... Seattle was second, and Timbers were fourth, but it was the Rapids that snuck in there. My Rapids, baby. Oh, they were so close to winning me.
Why are they your Rapids again?
Because I put a $50 bet on them that could have cashed out like $3,000 before I started to work for the company I work for. Let me make that perfectly clear. And it was not in the state of Florida. Anyways, it was all above board. I can promise you. Anyways,
I got the receipt.
Anyways, they had.
I'm going to need to see some documentation.
Like the odds were like plus 300. Like the odds were insane that a $50 would turn into like 3,000. And they weren't expected to do anything, but they end up winning the West. And then played on Thanksgiving Day, which was the first game on Thanksgiving Day for MLS. And anyways, the Rapids won, but the New England Revolution did win the Shield, which takes us to the championship, who was neither of those two teams. Blake, God bless your home heart. You had Orlando City winning it all. I had Columbus, and Ron had Seattle. Orlando got bumped in the first round to Nashville. Columbus missed the playoffs. And Seattle lost in the first round as well. And it was New York City.
New York City.
That don't even have a proper soccer stadium or even a stadium that plays the other kind of football to play in. Play on a baseball field. They're playing their Champions League games in California. And they're the home team. Anyways, congratulations to those bastards who like to steal our seats in our stadium. Wish you had your own. Anyways.
That was great. Ba-bang.
MVP. Blake had Kevin Molino. I had Zardes, and Ron had Pato. Pato played like 3 games all year.
Injured.
Yeah, he looks fit now, though, but he looked fit last
Should I double
preseason.
down?
Well, we'll see. Time will tell. It was none of those. It was actually Charles Gill of New England Revolution who really pulled the strings for that club last year. So none of our picks were even in the voting results for that. Golden Boot, outsiders pick. Blake had Robert Barich. I had Zardes. And Ron had Carlos Vela. It was actually Valentin Castellanos for New York City FC who had, I didn't even get the total, but a lot of goals. Let's put it that way. He was Golden Boot. Zardes tied with 5 others as he had 9. Barich had 8, and Vela had 5. Vela didn't play a whole lot last year. He dealt with a lot of injuries and some other stuff that just didn't.
If I pick them, they're getting injured.
100%. We already discussed the biggest team to miss the playoffs, so those were our picks. Hopefully, they get better. Because we
I doubt
pretty
it.
much missed all
I doubt it.
last year. That
We'll
was
see.
pretty.
We'll see.
I'm only good at picking who's the first manager to get the sack.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the only
pretty good. No, because you just double down and go, anybody that's West Brom, they're getting sacked. And within like the first few weeks.
Hey, I've been right more than you punks.
Yes,
The
you have
thing
been.
about MLS is I always feel like the first 2 months are still just preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
the
makes it
season
hard.
really gets going in April.
Mm-hmm.
So what, you want to go over some of our news changes from the MLS in the offseason?
Yeah, I think there's some big news. I mean, especially with some changing of the conferences.
Well, we got I'm excited. Charlotte FC, because I'm from North Carolina. New team to join the league. Who's looking at their kits. I love the black one.
I don't know if I've seen those. I'm gonna have to Google
yeah,
this
pretty
while we're
nice.
talking here.
They joined the East, which moves Nashville FC after 1 year in the East.
2 years, I think.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Over to the West. It was the forgotten year that
Yeah.
we don't talk about.
I think that was
Yeah.
always
that was always the plan.
that was
right?
always the plan. Yeah, and nice.
Yeah, check out their kits. Pretty sweet. If you,
Is there a away kit or home kit?
both of them actually look good. If you can pull up both, the blue is the home, and then the black is the away.
I like the black.
The black
Has a
one's
very
nice.
San Jose-ish feel though. Very earthquakey feel. Or wait, no, is that the one I'm looking at? Ooh, the one with Ally on the front.
Yeah,
That's one of my bangs. I love it.
amazing.
Oh, that is sharp. I
Yeah.
like the trim on them on
Yep.
the arm.
It looks good.
Yeah,
I'm from
you're
Carolina. I feel like it's okay for me to get that. I'll have to
right.
get
You know
one of
what?
those
Here's the
kits.
thing. Kits are okay. I have a lot of kits to various
Oh yeah,
things.
yeah.
You know, a cool kit.
Kits and
It's a
scarves.
cool freaking kit,
Yeah.
right? Like, I have a
we have a thorn
Ajax
scarves up in
kit.
here. We have like
I have an Ajax kit, but I got it because it's a black one like that. The trim is the Bob Marley,
Mm-hmm.
colors of the green, red, and yellow, and it has 3 little birds just on the back of the, of the kit. Cool kit, just a cool kit that, especially here in Florida, we can wear most.
Oh, this is also true.
I have kids
You know?
from Australia
Oh,
and
yeah.
China.
You
and-
brought us back some from.
yeah,
but
Japan.
also the fact that the Charlotte kit is the same color of a Carolina Panthers NFL.
True.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I might have to snag
Fair
that.
enough.
I may have to snag
That
that.
is sharp though.
Bob Bradley agrees to part ways with LAFC
he gone.
and joins Toronto FC with his son. Toronto FC, as I think you probably mentioned, also some good signings.
Yeah, we'll get to some of those.
So Bob Bradley, we'll see what's going to happen there. Former United States men's national team and pundit media personality Steve
Steve
Cherundolo.
Thank you, Steve Gondola.
It looks like it.
Joins LAFC as their head coach.
Interesting signing. If you look at some of the odds for league leaders to win it, which I'll go over here, courtesy of FanDuel Sportsbook, LAFC's up there in the odds, which is surprising. Yeah, they made some good moves and they have some good personnel there and a wonderful stadium and Will Ferrell behind you. I mean, that's success if I've ever heard of one.
Hey man,
But brand new coach, brand new coach. Played in the league for a bit. Mainly played in
feel
Germany
good
for
about
a lot
it?
of his. I like LAFC. No, that's the. Yeah,
yeah, you don't like the Galaxy's where your man played.
right.
By your man, for those of you
One
playing at home,
One guy.
that's the Lion.
Zlatan.
Zlatan.
I like them better than the Galaxy in that city.
Wow.
I do.
Curious. So we'll see how this choice pans out.
Yes.
My favorite thing in the whole content that Ferris put together, after this says, here are a few links to MLS transfers for the season per team. www.mlssoccer.com, since the website is actually mlssoccer.com. So it is Major League Soccer.com.
Soccer. So we're not the only ones to do that, by the way.
Yeah.
There's a popular show on SiriusXM that I listen to a lot, and just Jason Davis does the United States a soccer show, and every time he reads out the reporter or the columnist from MLS Soccer, he says it like 2 or 3 times.com because it's one of those things that it should be either 2 or 3 times or none at all.
Right.
Like you either just weird things. So thanks to MLS soccer.com. I'm an idiot.
when you knew that real estate uses MLS, so you couldn't get MLS.com, why wouldn't you call it the American soccer? I don't know.
MajorLeagueSoccer.com.
Why couldn't
Right.
Like, yeah, maybe a little lengthy to type in, but easily rememberable. And people aren't saying soccer.com.
Or if you know what's funny? If you were MLSoccer.com, it would still look like MLS.
Yes, yep.
Anyway, and then I like your transfer market. You got one more MLS soccer top 5 under the radar signings. So highlight signings. Do you want to take this away, Ferris?
Sure. Why not? A lot of U.S. men's national teams transferred
crazy.
in this men. A lot more than I realized. But we want to just kind of highlight some of the big names. Obviously, the biggest in the summer, or
there's a big one.
Not the summer, in the winter period while you were enjoying festive beers. Lorenzo Insigne was announced.
And why is that?
Signing a
because MLS doesn't do the international
different pod
calendar.
Different pod. Will be joining Toronto FC in the summer. He's probably like, screw that. It's cold there right now. Like, I'm going to join in the summer when it's nice.
What did I do?
Right. He signed a pre-contract with Toronto and will join them from Italian side Napoli. But World Cup winner Insigne within like, I don't know, like not World Cup winner, European Cup winner, national team squad for Italy for years and years. You know, very, very good player. They apparently, and we didn't go too much in Toronto when we were there, but they have a very big Italian contingent in Toronto. So,
but I was up in Canada when it was the France-Italy World Cup.
I bet you saw nothing but
Italian
it was flags.
Well, I was in Quebec. So it was half and half.
Right.
True.
Trucks driving by, waving the Italian flag, spitting at people, waving flints. It was like we were in Europe. It's like we weren't in Canada.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's besides the spitting that's not COVID friendly right now.
This is very true too. That actually might be the first World Cup I ever watched. Because things were so bonkers.
What was that in 1974?
No. I mean 90s,
that was
right?
the
the 90s.
Was it on? That was early 2000s.
Okay, look, whatever one was in the 90s.
We're talking about the purely.
Actually, that could be early 2000s. Yeah, no, that's right. That's when I was there. Yep.
Yeah.
It was this down
July 9th, 2006.
That,
not to be exact or anything. It was a Sunday, by the way.
It's not that one then.
That's the Zidane headbutt. Well, then you go 4 years.
I'm going to go back 4. I'm curious.
Go back 4 years. It's 2002.
Yeah.
Still early 2000s.
Who played in that? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, in the 2002 World Cup? Yeah. Who won that one? That's a good question. We have.
This makes you think it was 98.
Did it take place in Korea and Japan?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember who won?
No.
Brazil.
It's 98.
Germany were runners up. Good old Turkey. Placed third. Good for them. 98. I think it was France that won. They did win. I'm almost positive of that because I had the shirt of the 98.
So there was a lead up game against France, against Italy.
I'm almost positive that was. Yeah, because it was in France. It was France, and then they won. Yeah, they won their first title. Brazil were second, and Croatia, Brazil.
But they had the lead-in game. Was one of the lead-ins was against Italy, and that's
possibly Netherlands placed.
I just remember thinking like I felt like I was like, this is really cool. Then I was like, actually, if you get caught between this, I think you're going to die.
Right. It's like going into
Scotland, like to Glasgow.
Go to Scotland and Glasgow and
what are you wearing that blue for? What are you talking about? I'm just wearing a blue shirt. Oh God, oh God. Like yeah.
France and Italy played in the. What would that have been? The quarters.
So there you go. I knew my memory wasn't that terrible.
Yeah. Taking it down south, MLS great Diego Valeri left Portland Timbers. Will probably go down as an MLS legend. He went to Lanús, which is a club in Argentina where he's from. Albert Rusnak joined Seattle Sounders. What a signing for them! Sneaky good.
I also like it because
especially on a free agent.
Yeah, when you don't re-up somebody, then they technically become a free agent, although they came from the last club. It's weird, but anyways.
And the name is great.
Rusnak?
I'm pretty sure Rusnak is a bounty hunter on the Mandalorian show.
Yeah. I still can't get through Boba Fett.
It's terrible.
I'm struggling.
It's terrible,
I'm
bro.
Struggling, man.
Hey, you know what? Just get to the last two episodes because it turns into a Mandalorian show.
Oh, beautiful.
It's literally Boba Fett disappears. It's just Mandalorian.
Love
I'm angry about it. I can make a whole podcast about the fact that Anyway, let's
because they
move
probably
on.
realize about 4 episodes in. Oh, this sucks.
This sucks.
Let's switch back
Let's
to
just
our
get
bread
the
and
dude.
butter, baby.
Yeah. That is
Back to the regularly
yeah.
scheduled.
Bring Bryce Dallas Howard back into direct, and yes, yes, watch it. It's worth it.
Oh,
Cute-
new
cute-
Jurassic Park, but by the way, trailer. Doesn't that look,
Finally, dinosaurs with feathers.
I
I'm
know.
excited
I
about
got
that.
so excited about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
we can do a
that's-
whole.
that's a different pod.
We can do a
different
whole.
pod.
We can do a whole dino pod.
Anyways,
That's the Richard Dawkins podcast.
Hey, who remembers Josie Altidore?
I remember
Hey,
that
he's
guy.
back.
Yeah.
Guess who's back?
He went to the Shield winners, New England Revolution, to join up with good old, what's his nuts up there that's coaching New England?
Oh,
Former U.S. men's national team coach.
yes, that guy.
I wanna Steve Bruce, but that's not it.
It's not. No, I can see him.
I can still 100% see him.
I met him at that BlazerCon thing. He was. I think he was
Oh
at
yes,
that.
you did meet him at the BlazerCon thing.
He was a goalkeeper, right?
Oh my gosh, no.
No,
Bruce Arenas,
Bruce Arena,
right?
Yeah,
That's his,
yeah.
that's his
Yes,
name.
Bruce
Yeah,
Arena,
yeah. Wow.
You're right. He's kind of
So-
American Steve Bruce. Is actually a really
Yeah,
good. Like,
that's
oh,
right.
yeah.
I typed in, you know, when you are looking for something and it doesn't compute, and you just stare at it for a second till you figure out what your mistake was, right? Because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
I wrote quickly into Google "manager of New England," and Belichick popped up, and I was like, "That's not right. That's not right. What?"
What
Took me a second.
What the heck? Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I digress.
Anyways, yeah, Jose went there. But you know who else joined New England? Sebastian Lletget. A good signing for
That's
them.
a great U.S. men's national team player.
Speedy attacking forward, forward mindset in him, and he via a trade with the Galaxy, and you have the likes of Charles Gill and those type of players playing with Lletget. Sneaky signing for maybe Golden Boot. Sneaky pick there. This one hurts my heart a little bit, but probably one of the reasons why LAFC odds are so good to win the league. U.S. men's national team player Kellen Acosta joined LAFC from the winners of the West, the Colorado Rapids.
Good signing.
Very good signing for them. Very, very good signing. I think he automatically ups your team no matter what he is. That he's a very industrious midfielder who is quality with passes and quality with set pieces. Those set pieces alone are very James Ward-Prowse that could win you games. Not so much his scoring off of set pieces, his balls into the box off of set pieces are absolutely sublime. You see that all the time for the U.S. men's national team.
Except for in Canada, which he didn't play.
Yeah, did he play? Did he?
I don't think he played that
No,
one.
I don't think he played that one, which we could have used him in that one.
We could have used a lot of players that we didn't have.
It's cold. It's cold. Paul Areola, another U.S. men's international team player.
Speedy.
On the move. Speedy, yeah.
Speedy player.
We have seen him play a few times, both here in Orlando, and I believe he's played in Canada. No. Where else did we see him? We saw him somewhere else. Anyways, he joined FC Dallas from DC United. Kind of weird that DC United would give up a player of that, but probably I'd have to look more into it, but some targeted allocation money or GAMs or PAMs.
TAM and slam and 2B/P8211484.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. And they probably got a lot of that for Mr.
That's my favorite
Areola.
part when the Europeans who follow MLS, when it
They're
comes,
like,
they go, wait, what?
How do you get players?
Yeah.
So this money goes there.
Right. This is
This
targeted
money comes-
allocation money. But
Correct,
what about this
correct,
guy?
correct.
No. He wasn't targeted. He's designated player money. Wait, what's the difference? I don't know.
Who got promoted this year? Oh, we don't talk about how that works. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about the New England Revolution. We won that thing against you guys years. Never mind. Anyways.
I see where you went there.
Nice.
Took me a second.
Yeah.
Little-
moving
draw
on.
that line
A little
through.
bit of a dad joke there, but we got another U.S. men's international team player. It's kind of a surprising name. I don't know. He's going to help the team, but interesting one. DeAndre Yedlin joins Inter Miami CF.
I mean, good experience to have in a new club.
Wasn't he in?
He was in Turkey last.
Yeah,
Turkey,
but before that, wasn't he
Newcastle.
Newcastle? Yeah. Okay.
Yep, he was there. What to say about that? Orlando City while we oft makes it sound like we're the mob, but we got rid of DK and a very good deal to West Brom, who then promptly sacked their manager, who was such a fan of DK. Anyways, different. Mr. I think I'm Jack Grealish, Christopher Mueller, pissed off to Glasgow or wherever he's at, Hibernian, not Glasgow, and Nanny. With the end of his contract, they didn't re-up, and I think he went to the Italian side that all of the American players are going to. Venetian or something like that. Anyways, so a lot of our attacking options gone, but we signed a very promising, probably top 3 South American forward, and that was a Man City target for a while. Facundo Torres playing up front, a Uruguayan. Very interested to see how he plays. Have to do a little bit more research on his stats and what he's done down there, but very promising. And this was one that kind of drug along. It was kind of a saga with it. And could we get the deal across and whatnot? But I think it's a very, very good spend, and I like the mindset of how we're going about it. Not a name like the Josie Altidore or a Sebastian Lletget, but he looked like a talent, and he's young. Erkan Kara also joins, another attacking from the Southern Hemisphere. Joins Orlando City, and they're both DPs. They join another, I can't remember their guy's name, but. So some moves here in the Sunshine State with the Sunshine Jersey.
Or Sunshine Jersey.
The Sunshine Jersey it is.
Here comes the sun.
When's our home kit changing? That's probably next year. It's every like 2 years.
I wanted a new one.
I actually like. Yeah, I wanted the new one to drop so I can get the current one at like half the cost.
Yeah,
that's what happens. Anyways,
that's my jersey buy at the end of every season.
I never get the white kit. Never.
Even when I think I get it dirty, I'm gonna get it.
They're just
the only
that, and they're completely uninspiring.
This is gonna piss off Blake. The only white kit that I own that is a Robin van Persie Manchester United white kit the year they won.
What about your Fulham? Isn't that a white one?
Oh, it is a white one.
It says Brewtiful Game on the back. Notice he didn't say that was his favorite.
Mm-hmm.
That Van Persie one's nice. No, I do like. I forgot about that one.
Doesn't that have Visit Kissimmee on it?
Yeah.
The Visit Florida.
Visit Florida or Visit
one.
I think it's the Kissimmee one.
Same difference.
Yeah. Douglas Costa.
Yeah. Douglas Costa, a Juventus player, a former Juventus player. He was playing in Gremio, but he joins the LA Galaxy, which I don't know about him. He's one of those, you got a lot of speed, so let's put you out wide. What position do you play? Are you like a wing back? Are you a right back? You a right wing?
You're fast.
A right midfielder?
You're
fast. Are you right forward?
You play fast.
Are you a center forward?
That's your position.
He plays fast.
That's pretty much all that he is. I don't think that actually helps him. However, I take that back slightly. What Sebastian Lletget couldn't offer for what Sebastian Lletget couldn't offer for the Galaxy, I think Costa does offer and helps. Chicharito was off to a blazing start last year.
Right.
Yeah.
You have that kind of speed up front for them, you cause problem for especially defenses in the MLS. So I think Costa has more assists than he does at anything.
As long as Costa can prove a threat. Just because you run fast doesn't mean that you are in any way threatening. Right? We've seen plenty of players who've got pace and they don't know when to make the run, or they make the wrong run, and so it doesn't actually help.
Or an experienced player's point, they make the right run, but the rest of the team doesn't necessarily jive into that.
It could be,
we see that way too. Yeah.
Right. So it very interesting signing. I don't know how much I like it. I guess time will tell. But I do think it can help out Chicharito, and you score goals, you usually win.
Your favorite player's next.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
We're going to see him here,
but happy to see it.
Yeah, we're going to. What is it? The muscly hamster?
Yeah.
Was it?
Muscly hamster.
Was that his nickname?
I don't know.
It was something like that.
It was Hugh Beaver.
We're talking about Shaqiri
Jaden
from formerly of Liverpool and Stoke and Lyon. He joins Chicago Fire.
So we're going to go see.
We're going to see him.
Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be cool to see Shakira.
The difference is
It'd be cool to see Shakira.
Shaqiri's hips do lie.
This is not This is not a lie. That's yeah.
But that's, I don't know. I think that's kind of a fun signing for them because Shaqiri's a scrappy player who positions himself in the right positions at the right time. I can't always say that it's skill. Sometimes it's just,
it's like whatever a poacher score is, but the reverse of that.
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of the Shaq of soccer, except he's faster.
But he is
Right?
Shaq.
Smaller.
Kiri.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
Right? So,
It's the
he's
the Shaqery Daiquiri.
the thing that I enjoy. Oh God, they're gonna sell
Mix me up and put me out on a Sunday.
Shaqiri Daiquiri.
It's a Shaqery Daiquiri.
Oh God, it's late and we've had a few beers.
These. Oh.
The thing I like about watching Shaqiri play is that you can tell that he's just having fun, even if he's
He
losing
always
the game.
looks like he's smiling.
He's always
That's the tagline. Shaqery Daiquiri's just having fun.
shakarydaiquiri.com.
The Shaqery Daiquiri shack is next to the Ian Nacho Nacho sack.
Our soccer food empire will outgrow Uber Eats in 20 years' time.
I can't wait to have the Shaqiri, the Shaqery Daiquiri French League or Ian Nacho's Nacho Shack Bundesliga.
With great Super Bowl commercials.
Yep. Already storyboarded.
Can't be worse than Taco Bell.
That's true. Dong. We're going to walk to a Taco Bell. No, you don't.
No.
And the ones in the Super Bowl were terrible.
I didn't notice.
The kid bricks a basketball off the hoop and it goes dong,
Dong,
and they all like wander off. It doesn't make that noise.
No, it doesn't. It also doesn't make sense. You should stop eating burritos and play more. Get better at that.
Like it would make more sense if it hits the brick, it hits the rim, bounces off and hits a bell. And you're like, why was the bell there? Who cares? That part, okay. But it hits the rim and the glass and goes dong.
It was a rare game far better than the actual commercials.
Which is really rare. Except everybody's mad at Snoop Dogg for taking a puff before and I'm like
no
you, right, like, what did you expect?
By the way, he's in California. That's legal.
That's also like hiring a comedian and then getting mad when they make jokes.
Yeah, it's like, did you have hello? Yeah, followed Snoop's career for the past.
He got Martha Stewart blazed.
Yeah.
Dude's a legend.
Just by walking in the room.
Dude's a legend.
Okay, moving on. Sorry.
How did we get here?
So Shaqiri's daiquiri shop.
Shaqery Daiquiri.
The Shack Dack.
There were other signings that weren't just those, Atlanta United, for instance, made some sneaky good signings. Alvarado Alonso of Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. A very good midfielder, along with Thiago Almada. Sneaky good. Sneaky good, and really buffs up their midfield. Also, do you know who signed for Atlanta United?
Who that?
Dom Dwyer.
Oh.
He's going to ride third position to the right.
That'll be interesting when he shows up here.
Oh, he's going to
especially because the town is far more behind Sydney LaRue than.
Yes.
It's not going to be nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at that game. I can't wait.
Uncomfortable.
That's a good one.
Can't wait.
Well, all right. Should we do this to our predictions for this coming year?
Let's do it. Who's writing them down?
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
All right, Ferris.
I'm ready. I spent minutes on this.
Yep.
Winner of the East, winner of the West. And remember, one of those has to be the Supporter Shield winner. Now, I'll give you a few odds courtesy of FanDuel Sportsbook prior to. Hint, hint. If you're not in Florida and you're in other states, there's a lot of them. Play.
There's a lot of states.
A lot of states.
If you're not in Florida, there's 49 other states specifically.
If you're like in the New York region, I don't know.
I don't know.
If you're in certain parishes in Louisiana.
Are you pimping right now? Is that what's happening?
No. They just provide odds to us here. That's it. Pimping. Anyways, current odds favorite is with the supporter shield winner last year, New England Revs at plus 550.
Well, you can put Blake down. That's my pick.
Okay.
That's my pick.
New England. Okay. Remember, Delaware likes to drink beer. No, what was it?
Vermont.
And New Hampshire.
Vermont, the Vermont, I was trying to make a funny Vermont Ben and Jerry's team. I don't know, Ben and Jerry's FC.
That would be BJ's FC.
BJFC. Ben and Jerry's FC, because then they go in partnership, and that's the dessert you eat next to the Shackery Daiquiri and Nacho Shacks.
Oh, nachos. Should you just pick the West since they're the next favorite at plus 800, the Seattle Sounders?
I was actually going to pick Seattle for the West.
Okay,
That's what I was picking.
Okay, so Ron also picks Seattle.
Sorry.
Okay.
Look, it's been written here.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
no, I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually don't have any of the picks yet, so you guys are off to a start. LAFC is third with another plus 800. New York City FC, the champs at plus 1,000. Union at plus 1,400, and Sporting KC at 1,400.
What's the Orlando City
odds?
Just out of curiosity.
Orlando City odds
7,001
plus 3,600.
You're half.
The team. Who do you? Let me take a walk. Who do you think is the bottom team with the longest odds to win it all? Shouldn't be that hard, actually.
Houston?
Good guess. Or second to bottom.
Ooh. Austin?
No. FC Cincinnati.
Wow.
Plus 16,000 odds. Let's see. You put a $5 bet down on them. Could win $800.
I mean,
$5, they win it all. You win $800.
That's some Leicester odds. Actually, Leicester was 7,000, I think.
A gigantic.
That's you win 8,000. Like what I put last year on the Rapids, $50 to win like 3,000. You put $50 down on them, you're winning $8,000 if they win it all.
Okay.
Did you get our shield?
I haven't even. Ron needs to tell me his East first. That's what needs to happen.
Oh yeah,
Toronto.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Bob Bradley, baby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bunch of idiots. I think I will take the Revolution as well with Blake.
Slacker.
Yeah, well,
no balls.
It's not like they got any worse. Now, the thing that could hurt them is what does their backup keeper look like? Because
I don't think they win the league. I just think they get the shield.
Oh, you think they win the shield? So they win the East and they win the shield, and your opinion.
Sorry.
Yes. Because who wins it all is a different.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
We hadn't picked the shield yet.
Right.
Sorry.
And if we learned anything last year, New York City FC did not win either conference. They were like eighth, and they walked up.
Yeah, it's such a parody league on the way that it's set up with the cap. I will take out of the West. I will take Nashville. They upgraded in some very interesting ways. Yes, they're in a tougher division, but like the Rapids last year, I think they'll just kind of sneakily get there and end up winning the West. I will take Nashville as the Shield winners as well.
Wow.
And Ron?
Who's your Shield winner?
We're supposed to pick a Shield winner?
Well, it's going to be of the East or West. It's whoever won.
You either got Toronto or Seattle.
Seattle.
Smart.
Okay, so Blake picked the New England Revolution to win the Supporter Shield. Currently, they're the odds on to win Supporter Shield, and Seattle are second odds on to win the Supporter Shield. Nashville, not bad. They're fifth to win the Supporters Shield in terms of the odds provided by
Just had
Sportsbook.
some Nashville hot chicken mac and cheese. It was quite tasty.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
lovely.
so good.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, MVP of the league.
Oh, I got a good one.
Do you?
I think so.
Start us off.
I think it's going to be, and I'm going to butcher the name. I think his name is Hani Mukhtar.
Oh, Mukhtar, well, I think finished second in the voting. Yeah.
Most goal involvements of any player in the league last year with a whopping 28.
And do you know who he plays for?
No.
My Shield winners and who I picked on the West, Nashville.
Oh, gotcha.
He was one that
because he was
knocked
crushing
us out knocked Orlando City out last year of the playoffs. Blake, who you got?
Valentin Castellanos. I can.
They're the same guy that won the. Yeah, that's original. Okay,
sorry. Hey, I've been doing bad in MLS lately, so I'm leaning into some obvi choices here.
I think we all went Avi last year. From the majority of us did, and that was interesting. I don't
From NYFC.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if I like the Mukhtar one. I think that's a really
I also
sneaky
like
good.
Mukhtar because he also sounds like he's in The Mandalorian.
You're not wrong.
Mukhtar and Russak.
I would love Kellen Acosta to get it, although he won't ever win it because he's not going to score that type of goals. He's more of a
MVP.
Actually, I will.
That's
I will.
a good- yeah.
I will go Kellen.
Really?
I'm a because if he gets LAFC far, it's going to be because of him,
That's a big if.
and that's where the
So-
MVP could possibly play
Big
into
if.
effect. You're not wrong, and if he stays fit too, that's the other thing. He doesn't always stay 100% fit throughout the year. Moving on, the Golden Boots. Who has that boot that is golden?
Ola Kamara, DC United.
He was off to a pretty good start last year. Yeah. Interesting. Ronald.
I'm going to say that this player stays healthy and crushes it this year. Christian Aragano. Or no, I can't pronounce his name. Arango. Sorry. From LAFC. He had 14 goals in 17 matches
They got hurt
before he got hurt,
Yeah.
but he was on fire. I just like the Colombian club he used to be from.
Oh, who's that?
Millonarios.
Miliarnos? Yeah. I like it. I'm going to have Breck. No, I'm not going to have Breck shit. Piss off, you Muppet. You went to Inter Miami.
Does he have his walker still?
Yeah, right. I don't know who exactly I like in this. Mukhtar would be a good one. You know what? I like that Leggett signing a lot from New England. You might think he plays more into what Jose does there in terms of trying to feed the man in front. But Leggett at LAFC was more goal scorer. And when you have somebody like Charles Gill who can ping them the ball, I'll take Sebastian Leggett as a Golden Boot winner. Biggest team to miss the playoffs.
I think this is an easy one.
All right, Mr. Easy.
Yeah, go ahead there,
NYCFC.
Fair guess.
A lot of notable outs. A lot of holes in the midfielder. Questionable defense. They're not going to make it.
Fair guess. Like,
I'm of two minds about my choice. I wrote one down, but I want to change it.
okay.
Nashville SC.
You think so?
That's
a
interesting.
big shout. Okay. You said it.
They switched to West. They have some issues.
That's a fair point.
Things just don't shake out like they were gonna.
Interesting. I would love to go to the NYCFC with Ron.
That is glorious.
Wouldn't that? I mean, isn't that par for the course for what the MLS is in parody, right? Because didn't Atlanta United win it one year?
We all should have picked Columbus again to go around. We probably
right.
But yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
and NYCFC has been inconsistent at best from year to year.
And some say they got really lucky on their wins to where they went to.
But I mean, they were in 8th place.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were crushing the league.
No,
they just got hot in the right 4 games.
Interesting to see what happened if they were.
And they only won on penalties. It's not like they crushed in the final.
I wonder what would have happened if
they still play on a baseball field.
Right, but they do. Yeah, I wonder if they were playing on the international calendar. How that would have changed.
It's a different pod.
I really want to go with them. You know what? I think the Philadelphia Union won't make the playoffs.
I don't feel like that's a shocker.
Why not?
I don't know. I just like they got hot and then fell. I don't know. Because you know what my original one was? I was going to say Orlando City SC, but I feel like actually weren't a big enough team to get knocked out.
Yeah, but
but I was going to put them because every time I put Orlando to do well, they don't.
Right.
So I was going to put them to get knocked out.
Yeah,
I was just going to burn a pick.
But I mean, Philadelphia Union finished second in the East last year.
They did, but isn't it weird? Isn't it, like it never felt like they were like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, whoa, I can't. It's weird they're doing that, but it's like they never got taken seriously in that way. And then they
would Atlanta United be more of a shock to not make the playoffs?
I don't think so.
No, no.
Would Colorado Rapids be more of a shock to not make the playoffs?
Yeah,
but how did it? I mean, because they got first in the West, barely over Seattle. And
no, I think that's a good shout.
Yeah, but a lot of notable outs, and not the kind of replacements for those players coming in. So no, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
they're
a
not
shock.
the type of team. I mean, Stan Kroenke forgets that's the other team out there. By the way,
that he owns. Doesn't he own? No, who else does he own? Real Salt Lake, right?
No, he owns them.
Oh, the Rapids.
Yeah.
That's why Arsenal got that keeper. You know, he's being loaned back out. He's loaned out to them, right?
No, he plays for the New England Revolution.
No, but I thought they were getting him, and then they were going to loan him like Frank Lampard style
Revolution.
to Rapids. I thought. Oh, they're going to the Revolution.
I think so.
I thought they were going to loan him out to his MLS squad.
No, he's with the Revolution until the summer, and then he goes over to wherever. I'm going to stick with the Union. They got second in the East. That's it. I'm sticking with them.
Interesting.
Who wins the championship?
Will Ferrell.
LAFC.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
They come in at something really NYCFC, and they come in at like 7th or something, and they go through. That's why I didn't pick them for the East or West.
Fair enough.
I'm going Toronto.
Oh, you think so, eh?
Yep.
I'll go Seattle.
Toronto was on my list.
That Rusnick citing a full year of possible Jordan Morris being healthy.
There's no such thing.
We don't know that.
Jordan Morris, unfortunately, and I really hate this, but that kid looks at the breeze wrong and is injured.
Yeah, and he's hurt.
And it's really sad because the kid's got such a great outlook on the game and
wonderful burst of speed.
It's funny you say that,
but
don't forget Jordan Morris, 40 years from now, coaching the winning World Cup men's national team.
I like it.
There we go.
I mean, I'll subscribe to it.
Maybe even 30 years from now.
Hey.
But I agree with you, though. I could see a dude being a great coach because he's got an eye for the game.
Yeah. Oh, I like Seattle. I don't think they haven't lost a great deal. They signing like Rusnick is.
They only lose when it counts.
These are fun picks.
It's brilliant.
We'll see how it goes. All right. Should we wrap this up?
Shall we?
Let's do it. All right, guys. I said wrap it up. I literally forgot everything that gets said. So follow us on thebrewtifulgame.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebooks, all that jazz. Our beers of the pod, you'll find us. We'll put those on Untapped, but it was all 4 brothers brew this go around.
Fathers.
Four fathers, 7 brothers for 7 brides, sisters, brides.
Brides and
the
sisters,
musical
sisters.
of 4 fathers. 4 fathers. That's the play on words. What are the 3 beers, Ron?
The first one we had was the Sunset beer. It was a amber ale.
My favorite, I think.
Amber ale aged in tequila barrels. Then the next one we had was Extra Poppable Penguin Party Balloons Triple IPA. And the last one was The Starter Session IPA.
Which one was your favorite out of all?
It was the tequila one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that one was the most complex flavor.
Enjoyed them
Such
all.
an interesting style too. What
that was really good.
Yeah.
We got scarves now. I don't know what we're gonna do with them. Stay tuned. And I think that's it. Did I forget anything? I don't know why my brain is like pouring out of my ear right now. It's been a long week. I think that's got us.
No, I think
All right,
that's it.
So no dad joke today.
Yes, you do.
Nope. It's a game. It's a question.
Another game.
We're the
Yeah,
game.
it's a
This
game.
is game day.
Okay, you can't think about this. You got like the first thing, like first word or phrase, boom, spit it right out as soon as I ask the question.
Do we have to like
You don't have to close the question. Okay. So when you'll have to do this one at a time, but when I say this phrase or this word, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? The 1980s.
Phil Collins.
All right.
Z Cavaricis.
Oh, wow. That was a good one. I wouldn't have put that. It was good. I was going to say a boombox, but that is just kind of a stereotype.
We got another beer over here. It's only a 5% lager. I would love to bust. Oh.
Yes.
I'll bust that on his head.
That made me happy. All right. Well, gents, here we go. Love the beer. Cherish the game. The Brewtiful Game.
For all those of you who didn't get it, Phil Collins used to play out of a boombox. Like that's how you would hear him. Just throwing it out there.
It's better when you explain the joke.
Yes. Soccer.com.
Did you get it in?
I don't know.